Somebody say Minnesota. Nah,
No,
no,
yeah, you got to put that clip in there, bro.
Seriously,
So-
seriously, you need to go get a brain scan.
So I'm taking them. They play head to head today.
You're
another
you need to
Chargers.
stop playing around and relax your throat.
Bro, you scare me.
Give me the card.
Anything.
He's gonna get his brains knocked loose, and you over here.
That's what I'm saying.
So
listen, bro.
serious neck injury that I had to go to physical therapy at the expense of my name.
You're telling me Patrick Mahomes would shred that defense? You're telling me Patrick Mahomes would dice that defense up? Are you nuts? Are you out of your mind?
But Caleb,
We just broke a
I
record.
got-
Just put it on, man. Put it on. Let's get some quality footage.
Nah, you was
Yeah,
the one
put
that
your
wanted
loose
me to
neck back
take it
on.
off in the
No,
beginning.
but I
Put your
just
loose neck back on.
No, I just realized.
Nope.
Bro,
Let's get it
stop
started.
saying that. Why y'all keep saying with the loose neck? Okay? That's not okay.
Caleb, we just broke a record, by the way.
What
Loose.
record?
Well, in that
Most
case,
threes in a
yeah,
game.
because here we go, because no one cares. Yeah, welcome back to a new
Opening
week
night.
of AreYouNutzz podcast. We're here talking football, not new records from the Boston Celtics, because we don't care, truly. All right.
Hater.
Sound like to me.
I forgot we got two Boston Celtics fans in here,
Yeah.
but that's for another
Two dudes
day.
from Georgia
Stay
that never
mad.
even.
Stay mad.
Two
Stay
dudes,
mad.
Two dudes from Georgia that
Stay
never
mad.
even been to Boston.
Exactly.
Uh,
Like, I
Boston
don't know
Celtics
what we're
fan.
talking
Oh,
about.
Lord have mercy.
It's loose neck
Kyle.
and
You're barely
Well-
from Miami. Okay? You're barely from Florida. Relax yourself.
I'm a Hawks fan. But hey,
you're not.
welcome
Okay.
back.
Since
Hey,
when do you claim the Hawks?
Wait a minute now. Wait
Since when do you claim the Hawks?
Since
No, I'm
when?
not letting
Since
you
when
get away
you
with this.
a resident Hawks fan and a Hawks fan only? I don't remember this
Since-
being the case.
What do you mean since when?
Since when?
You've been repping Miami this entire time. Since when?
Yeah,
Hey,
you
Kyle,
see what
you
they're
don't
trying
have
to do?
Kyle,
They're
you
trying
don't
to
have
bait
take
me.
this. You don't try to take. You
trying
don't
to-
gotta take this from the big black hand.
Well, yes,
loose
you
neck.
do. Yes, you
You
do.
understand me? You don't gotta take this
Listen,
from them.
you're gonna take
They're
something.
3, 2, 1.
Are you nuts?
See,
Hold on.
Yo,
How y'all gonna start the episode like this, bro? Come on, man.
Okay, listen. You're gonna sit here and take this opinion. Okay, you're gonna take this take.
all right.
No Diddy.
Welcome back. I don't know what episode we're on, but we're on week 7 of the
Episode
NFL
9.
season.
We're on episode 9.
Thank you.
I thought this was
Ethan.
episode 10.
Hold on, before we get started, how was you eating already, Ethan? Come on, man. Don't start that foolishness, man. This
Bro.
dude, the episode just started. This dude already chewing, man.
Have
Come
some
on, man.
decency and wait till the episode is at least wait till a break or something.
Yeah,
Well,
at least do it like Caleb's trying to sneak in.
Yeah,
Slow chew.
nah, bro. I be I be drinking my water. That's it.
Caleb, well, we got to cut back to Caleb clearly eating on camera because we see you. on
Yeah,
camera.
we literally
That was
saw
one
it.
episode. That was
Yeah.
one episode. That was one episode. That was one
He
episode.
said,
Caleb.
This is listen. That was one episode.
Caleb, we watch you put a whole tender in your mouth, and you over
Whoa.
here talking about.
Whoa.
What are you talking
Hey, this is-
about?
Whoa.
We can pull it up. I gotta find it. We literally
A
watched
tender?
it. Kyle watched it.
Yeah,
Me
we
and
were
Kyle
watching
watched
that
it.
live, actually. Yeah.
He said
A
he watched you
tender?
put a whole meat in
What
your
episode
mouth.
was
That's
this?
just wow.
What
Bro,
episode was
what?
this?
This had to be like episode 3 or something like that.
A tender.
Well,
I don't
Caleb,
remember eating chicken
hey,
on
Caleb, it's
live,
okay. It's okay. We'll go find it. I
That's
was
what
going to
real
ask y'all how
people
y'all
do.
doing. I was going to ask how everybody's doing. And Ethan, clearly you're hungry. And Caleb, clearly you're thirsty. How you feeling?
Oh, I feel wonderful. First day of the NBA season. We're not talking NBA. But first day of the NBA season. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm always repping, baby. You understand me?
Of course.
But I'm having a good week, man. Can't complain. Everybody's good. How y'all doing?
I'm
What is your
chilling.
problem?
What's that long pause?
Like
Somebody
I'm
talk.
looking.
Speak.
Nah, I was waiting on y'all to respond, but since y'all don't want to respond,
See,
life
that's
is
your
going
problem.
good.
Always waiting on somebody else.
Listen, Kyle, you could have answered, but you didn't answer. Okay, so
I
I'm
already
going
said
to
how I'm
answer.
doing. I'm all right.
Okay, so we're doing good over here. You understand?
Okay, all right. Ethan,
Doing-
you clearly can't stop watching this Boston game, but can you focus on us, please?
I'm not even looking at the game. The game's down here. I was looking
So
at
what are
the
you
box
looking at?
score.
You keep looking off. See,
I was looking at the
He
box
has-
score.
I'm not looking at the
Listen.
game. I'm looking at the box score. Like, bro, come on, man.
Listen. My day has been okay. We're selling another October birthday in our family tomorrow. It's a big G, big grandma. You understand what I'm saying? She turned
You
71.
understand?
But Boston's winning tonight, so that also feels great as well. So we're gonna move on to the NFL segment. You understand what I'm saying?
All
Let's go.
right. Well, let me just deglaze this. Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna
Wipe
start
that
with the
glaze
rundown
off.
like we usually do, because I can't handle the basketball talk today. So we're gonna do our rundown like normal. Week 7. A lot of crazy
Back to back,
scores,
baby.
lopsided scores, and then we're going to give our
Learn language.
predictions on camera. Ethan, you have our picture this week because I know I
Oh,
started
I
off
do.
kind of.
Oh,
Oh
I do.
Lord! All right, well, it was a rough week for me. I know personally.
Oh
Had a
yeah.
couple,
Why'd
had
you
a couple
unfold the
bad
notebook
picks.
like that, though?
Wait, what?
Nah, well, you should have seen him take the strap off the notebook.
Yo, please keep
Hey,
talking.
bro.
Please
Hey,
keep
bro.
talking.
He said,
What?
"Why did you take the strap
look,
off so
just,
salaciously?"
just look at the tape, bro. Just look at the tape.
Kind of.
Oh, I
Oh
do.
Lord! All right, well, it was a rough week. Whoa!
Just
All
run
right,
it
Yeah, I
back. It's
got it.
all on film.
Yo, y'all are wild because that's crazy. So hey, listen. All right, here we go. So first game of week 7, Thursday night football. I don't know. We talked about this one a little bit last week, but Sean Payton going back to New Orleans and putting it down on Spencer Rattler and the Saints.
You said
33
Bo
to
Nix
10.
wasn't ready for the dome. That's what you said.
Now, I think I said Spencer Rattler was the second coming. That's what I really
Yeah,
said.
yeah,
No,
that's
All
what
no,
he
you
right.
said.
also
He
said
said,
no.
he
He also
said,
said that too,
he
though.
said,
He said
he
that
Time
too.
said,
out.
Spencer Mahomes
Hey,
Rattler. That's what he said.
He
listen,
also
listen,
That's
listen.
said
nasty
Bo
work.
Nix has never
Listen,
played
I
in
was
the
Nasty
dome.
trolling.
work.
I was trolling. They lose 33 to 10.
Well,
Bo Nix didn't throw for a bunch of yards, but he didn't turn the ball over. And really, that's the main thing with him is just not turning the ball over. Javante, what's his name? What's the running back's name? Javante Williams, that's right. 14 carries, 88 yards. He had 2 touchdowns. The defense played well, caused a lot of turnovers. Obviously, Spencer Rattler being a rookie, he looked like a rookie for sure. I don't know if you guys had any takeaways from that game, pretty much. But obviously, with Derek Carr being out, I mean, the Saints season flushed down the toilet. I don't know when he's coming back. I don't know if he's designated not this week coming up, but I guess that would be week 9, I guess.
Kamara
But
just signed
Week
the
8, week
extension
8.
today. If you didn't see that,
um,
I don't know if you saw it. It's like 2 years, 24 and a
yeah, what
half
were the
million.
details? Yeah. But yeah, so like I said, the Broncos get that win. They're actually 4-3, which I would feel like is surprising, given what the projections were for the beginning of the season, with Bo Nix and the other quarterback, I forgot his name on the roster. But you guys have any takeaways from that game? I mean, I don't really have much because
Nah,
as far as
I think
playoffs
Bo
go,
Yeah,
it's
Nix
not
could
good.
have had a better statistic showing. Um, he was just
He
missing
doesn't.
throws and stuff
He
like that, or
didn't.
whatever. But
Well,
no, I'm
what's wrong
saying
with that?
if you were watching the game, because y'all texting there talking about some nobody's watching this game. I said, well, I'm watching, and Bo, like I'm saying, I mean, I know they won. He did what he was supposed to do, but it could have been to an even greater extent. That's all.
yeah, but I mean, he's a rookie quarterback, so he's gonna miss throws. He's gonna do all those things.
Yeah, Ethan, you need to
I
stop.
just thought,
Ethan, just go ahead, go ahead. My bad, my bad.
I know, no, I was just gonna say quickly. I just thought that Sean Payton. I knew Sean Payton was gonna go in there his first time back. He gonna, he loved the city of New Orleans, but he also wanna beat him down at the same
Yeah,
time.
of course.
So he had that game circled. The that Denver defense is playing really well. And like you said, Kyle, with the Saints being without Derek Carr, I mean, the offense is just abysmal. So I picked the Denver to win for that reason, and I was correct though.
You were.
Yeah, what
Me and you
were our
picked
picks?
Denver, and Caleb and Kyle picked the Saints for whatever reason.
Okay, how you trying to hop on the bandwagon or trying to get that on me and you picked the Saints too, bruh?
When did I try and hop on the bandwagon?
No, I'm
I
saying
just
you was just yelling at me. Oh yeah, you talking all this, but you picked them too, bruh.
no, but all
I
I
mean, he
was
didn't
saying
talk
was
crazy about
I
Spencer
talk
Rattler.
crazy
Well,
about
it don't
Spencer
matter. It
Rattler.
don't matter. We was on the same side, brother.
You was but the glaze was unreal. But
Bruh, I don't
congrats
care
to Bo
nothing. I
Super
don't care
Senior Knicks
nothing.
on his win this week.
Yeah, exactly. Bo Grandpa,
Congrats.
ninth year eligibility Knicks.
I mean,
Okay.
I would hope you know how to not turn over football after playing since 1962. But that's just me though. Go ahead.
All right, the disrespect is crazy. We're gonna move to the next game. Dolphins go to Indy, lose 15-10. That
We
was
can
a
we can
snooze fest.
we can move past
Uh,
it. We can move past
I will say this, and I will keep
it.
saying this
We
over
talked.
and over. Two things: Anthony Richardson has got to get better because he does not look good. Did you watch him?
He's
He's
still trying to run people over.
I'm
You're
design
not gonna.
runs.
You're
Design
not gonna
runs.
get.
He's running like he a running back. Like it's like,
But
come
the thing
on.
about it is, though, is that's coaching too, man. Like I watched them; they were in the red zone. I think they had like either two or three design QB runs in a row. Like, like
I don't
you
love
want,
that.
you want your quarterback because you know how he runs.
Is
Right? He's not
that's
gonna
what I'm saying.
run and get out of bounds. He's not gonna fall. He's not gonna slide, especially
Hmm
on the goal line. So it's like you're really asking for
And,
trouble.
and on two of those runs, he's landed. If you look at how he lands, I'm just looking. He landed on his shoulder. Like I mean, sideways, defender on top of him. I'm like, y'all just wait for him to get hurt. That's
Yeah,
what y'all want. Okay, so
I picked
I don't
I picked the
understand that.
Colts in that. Well, Kyle, and Caleb picked the Colts. Obviously, I picked the Dolphins. The
Well,
only reason
Uncle,
why
yeah.
I picked the Colts in that game because I thought Joe Flacco was still playing, and I flipped the thing on, and oh, there's Anthony Richardson in the game. I said, "Yo, what?" I was
Well,
like, "Oh my!"
we're talking about bad offenses. I mean,
I mean,
Indianapolis is
sure,
one
but I
thing.
was no,
Come on, the
but
Dolphins is a
When
whole nother
Joe
travesty,
Flacco
bro.
was there, they were averaging like 30 points. Okay,
No,
the
I know what you're
offense.
saying. I'm just saying.
That's why I picked
Anthony
them.
Richardson could have been playing, and I would have still picked him. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know
Yeah, I
about
still
you
would have picked them.
because the Dolphins they still got Tyler Huntley dropping back, and
I'm not even
again,
gonna lie. That would have
it
been my
doesn't
excuse if
look.
they lost. I would have been like, "Yo,
Does
I
it
thought Joe Flacco was playing. I legit
now,
thought he was playing."
as our resident Miami Dolphins reporter, does it look like they're curating that offense enough for Tyler Huntley in Miami? Because to me,
they are.
doesn't look like they're doing what this guy is comfortable doing, and so now
Uh,
it's just hitch routes, it's
yeah,
slants, but it doesn't look like a comfortable offense. It's crazy. Like I don't
yeah.
really know what's going on.
It looks really bad. To be honest with you, I watched a, maybe a quarter and a half of that game and turned it off. It's just I'm too passionate about it to even watch that foolishness. It's like, third and long, we're gonna run the ball. We don't know what he likes to do. We're still running motion, getting offsides calls, uh, illegal motions. Like I don't understand. Um, I thought Mike McDaniels is supposed to be some type of offensive genius. Um, it should be easy to just whip something up, like just strip down what you already have into the things that he likes to do,
Yeah.
and then add a couple things from his other stops in the NFL. Even though that's not your offense, still like it to me it seems like it should be simple. The defense obviously knows that he is a quarterback that you can't really throw the ball with, so or you're not comfortable throwing the ball with, so they stack the box. You can't run the ball, and then it just
hmm
goes hell in a handbasket real quick. Um, so I mean, we'll talk about Tua coming back next week or whatever. But it's been a
hmm
rough couple of weeks, man. Even though last week I think we won, you know, taking mostly field goals, but
Yeah. It's
Can
rough. No,
I
it's
ask
rough.
real quick if you could just summarize really quickly, how do you feel about Tua coming back this
Well, no,
early?
wait. That's after. That's our little.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna hit that. We're gonna hit
No,
that at the end
yeah, we'll
of
talk
our
about that
recap.
next.
Because there's a couple. Obviously, a lot happens storyline wise. So I have five storylines. Well, not five, but I got storylines for y'all that we can go over once we're done with this here. But as we move on, hey, Unc, I'm in your same corner this week. The Falcons look like not what they look like the past 2 weeks. They lose at home 34-14. Gino, and this is for you, Ethan, because I know you say,
I
oh, I
only
didn't
want
say
to
he was
listen.
bad, but we're going to say you are the
Listen,
resident Gino hater. So Gino Smith
listen.
looked good. Huh?
You're gonna put the clip of what you said last week right here about Gino.
Sucks. Okay, that man has arguably the best quarter. No. Hold on. He has
What?
arguably the best wide receiver room. I'm just talking about that game. I'm not gonna say in general. I'm gonna say that game.
He
He
has the
has
That's not
ar-
what you just made it sound like.
listen. Yeah, but I'm gonna say that game. I'll
All right.
clarify and say
Okay.
that game.
Hey, our
He
limit for this
has
game is
arg-
three.
Right. Let's give it a few. Let's give it a few minutes. Let that sizzle
But
in your spirit,
this goes back at sizzling his
and
spirit is
then now
ridiculous, bruh.
see
Ethan.
that
Oh,
see that Kyle just said the resident Gino hater. He had one bad game. And it really really all year. That was the worst game he played last week.
mhm.
And he came back. He went into your house in Atlanta. He put his foot up on your sofa, and he told your wife, "Hey man, give me something to eat. I just flew cross country. You
Yeah.
understand? And give me something cold to drink while you're at it, okay? Because you just don't come over here and be disrespectful. Talking about this man is he is just so bad. And dude, he had one bad game. So he came to your house. He disrespected you in your household. Now I want to see what you have to say for yourself.
Well,
Because
Ethan, go
That's
ahead.
not
I think I
one.
was the
That's
only person that who you guys all pick at the Falcons, right? I was the only person that picked the
Yep.
Seahawks. Correct? Okay, go
one.
ahead on.
One.
Go
That's
ahead.
not what I said, and the clip shows it. And then number two, Kyle's over here laughing, acting like the reason why he was able to show out like that is because this Falcons defense that has looked good through a couple games throughout the season,
Bro,
it
Ethan, you
just looked
sound
like
like
a
Skip
complete
Bayless, bro.
letdown. No, I don't want to hear that.
Why can't you
I'm
give
I'm a
Gino
call.
his credit?
I'm
Why
no,
can't you
I'm gonna
give
call
Gino his
that what
credit?
because last week when he actually played a pretty good defense by the numbers, I guess he didn't look good. Okay,
But I'm, but I'm
let me ask
confused.
you a question. When
Gino
he
played
played,
good. Gino played good before the 49ers game. Had the 49ers game.
how did he
He had
play
a good
against the
game
Lions?
last week.
How did he play against the Lions?
Like
I
Gino.
mean, I mean,
Huh?
the Lions has one of the best defenses
Because I was because
in
I
the
was gonna say
NFL.
like that
So it's not like he was playing some scrubs and he played like that.
No, I understand, but I'm just saying that that's going into the point that I guess on that you were trying to make, I guess last week when you said it, when you made the pick. Like I'm not saying that Gino was like trash all year. I said it was that game that he could have won, but he came into Atlanta. I mean, I honestly didn't think it was going to be that big of a lot. I thought the game would have been close.
like
That just didn't even happen. So, and then the offense wasn't clicking for Atlanta, at least in the second half and the first half too. Really, it only put up 14. So
A full
like
blown beatdown.
even so
that's
like
that's
Gino
that's
and
the
like you
beginning.
said, Ethan, like Gino. Obviously, we're not saying
And
Gino's
DK
a
left the
top
game.
10. Yeah, like I think
Finished the
in the
game,
second
right?
quarter or third quarter, I think it was third quarter, wasn't it? I
He
think
Third
it's
landed
quarter
on his
because he
head.
played in the second.
He landed on his head nasty. It was a
They said it
nasty
was his
fall.
knee though. It
hmm
wasn't his head.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
But he landed straight on his neck. I was like, oh my God.
I would say our third, like you said, and look, I never denied this. I said the defense would have been serviceable for the offense to do what they do, but it's like when the offense can't convert on third down and we can't stop them on third down, because it wasn't necessarily like they were doing anything exotic or
Kyle,
like,
I
you
can't let
know.
you slide. I can't
Yeah,
let
I
you
wouldn't let
slide
you
that
slide either
easy.
because
I
you said
can't
that
let you go.
you said
At
that
the
this is the
beginning of the
best the
I
season,
defense
said
has
You
ever
said
looked.
this
I asked you. I
defense was
said,
lights
what
at
is
the
out.
that the
That's
begin
what you
defense?
at the
said.
The
beginning
defense.
of
Oh,
the
You said the
season.
defense was
that's a good
lights out.
defense.
Come on.
Oh,
At
Don't
the
they're
beginning,
renege,
you said
Kyle. You
you
can't
said
back out of this, Kyle.
yeah.
I'm not trying
You
to back
said
out
that
of it.
defense
At the
was top
beginning of the
15. And
season,
hold on, you said the defense was top 15, and I explained to you, okay, when you get in the playoffs, where does the top 15 rank defense rank? That's at the bottom. So don't
well,
say what you
but
want.
But
No,
hey, if week 1 through 5, 1 through 6, and we're keeping teams under 20 points, around 20 points, and we're 4-2, whatever, I'm like, the defense is doing what it needs to do here at this time at the beginning of the season. Now, last week is unexcusable. I can't say nothing about that. Right now,
Abysmal.
if you look at the stats, right, they got 2 turnovers. But if you look at the stats, offensively speaking, from the Seahawks perspective, like it wasn't like they were running the ball at an extremely high efficient clip. You know, Gino 200, what did he do? 207, 2 touchdowns. It was nothing that jumped off the page, but like I said, it's crucial third downs that we could not get them off the field, and then we're turning the ball over on offense, giving them extra possessions. So, like you said, to your point, I completely understand what you were saying. At the time, though, I'm like, hey, we won this game. We gave up 20 points. That's the like. Look, I'm not going. We can nitpick. We can't get no pass rush. Not the best against the run, but our pass defense was really good. And again, some of our opponents, Pittsburgh, couldn't pass the ball. But then when we can go out and go toe to toe with like a Tampa, obviously beat Carolina and whatnot. I didn't want to complain too much, but it was bad looking, definitely at home. But Seahawks bounced back from their loss last week, so good for them. They go to 4-3. We dropped to 4-3. We're tied with Tampa, top of the division. And again, we'll touch on the Tampa game, but it doesn't look good for them going forward with the pieces that they lost.
You guys are going to win that division by default.
So next game, we'll go. Was this across the pond? It was across the pond. Patriots in Jacksonville. Your boy Sunshine.
You can go ahead and move on. Like the coach of the Patriots said, they soft. The Jacksonville soft. Everybody's soft. Just listen. That you want to talk about poverty franchises? Oh, how the mighty have fallen. The Patriots look god awful.
Hey,
I'm not Patriots, by the way.
The one optimistic thing that they have is Drake May. But obviously he's a rookie, turning the ball over and stuff like that. But he can really sling the ball.
Hey, he had some good throws in that game.
Yeah, so their future, they have a bright future. But right now, it looks bad.
Rebuild, but it's a rebuild. It's okay. We gonna harp on them.
Yeah, but I didn't think that defense was gonna be this bad, man. Like usually, like even in the beginning of the year when the offense was bad, the defense was playing well. Not great, but they're playing good enough. And then it's reversed. Like you guys, you would think like Gerard Mayo being a defensive head coach, Bill Belichick style, you think you're always going to have a good defense, no matter what the offense trying to do to defense. And so they look terrible, man.
Jacksonville gonna make the playoffs? I'm just playing.
What?
Relax.
Y'all all picked the Patriots, by the way.
Oh, are you nuts?
I'm playing.
I'm the only one. I'm the only one who picked the Jags.
Keep on riding with them. See how far that gets you.
Yeah. We have no worse.
So far, when I picked them.
What do you mean? The 2 wins they got 2. You say it like that.
No, I've only picked them. I've only picked them 3 times, and I think twice. Obviously, twice I got them right.
Yeah, I'm not giving you no props to that. All right, Tennessee, Buffalo.
Y'all are some haters, man.
Tennessee is at Buffalo.
How many wins they got? 2.
Tennessee loses in Buffalo 34-10. Mason Rudolph got the start. Was that a healthy? That wasn't a healthy scratch for Will Evans, or did he get hurt last week?
He got hurt last week.
Did he? I don't remember. I thought they said he was okay. Well, maybe he was a scratch. At the end again. Mason racial slur Rudolph.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't watch nothing Tennessee. I can't. I didn't take it.
I watched it for Amari. That's the only reason I watched it. It was for Amari to see how he looked in a Buffalo jersey. I think he had 4 receptions. Amari had 4 receptions.
No, I'm talking about I watched this week. I'm saying last week.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, what happened? I know.
With Tennessee.
I know they lost, but.
But yeah, so Amari in his first game in Buffalo had 4 receptions, 66 yards, and a touchdown. They had the viral thing with Keon Coleman, allegedly telling him the route. He scores a touchdown. Keon Coleman himself had a big game, 4 receptions for 125 yards. They didn't run the ball particularly well, but Josh Allen threw for 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. Again, I think Amari is going to be a big piece. For a young guy, Amari is a constant professional. I think we talked about this last week in a whole different discussion, or maybe it wasn't us, but Amari is a route runner, right? So if you want to learn
Route
from
runner
somebody,
extraordinaire.
yeah, if you want to learn from somebody, he's the one. All right. So I think in that offense, it's perfect for him. It was a great move for Buffalo. Obviously, they needed to bring another piece to take that pressure off of Keon and Shakur. I know Shakur got hurt like week 3 or 4. But we'll see. We'll see. It's good. It's a good move. I think they're going to win the division. As we move down, we're going to talk about the other team that's in that division. But yeah, and again, Tennessee, not much to say about them. I think Tennessee's kind of in purgatory. I don't know if they know what they want to do right now. You got a $9 million receiver who's only getting 3 targets in 3 weeks. I mean, I don't know what's going on. So they need to sell. They need to be sellers. Get that contract off the books. And D Hop there too. Let's go ahead and get that off the books. Let's do a hard reset. We were talking about the Rams today. How it looks like they're selling. Like let's hit the hard restart. All right.
Everybody's selling. The Browns are selling.
Browns. Yep. Yep.
You said the Rams are selling.
The streaks.
I mean,
Yep.
like everybody's trying to look like they open for business.
Yeah, that's that time. Like, hey, who's really going all in? You say Minnesota's going all in, and who? Hey, we throwing in the towel. All right, here we go. So, hey, the game of the week potentially by all aspects. Although there was about 2 other really good games. Detroit goes to Minnesota. Oh, did we all pick the Bills? I don't even think we need to ask that.
Yes, we
But
did.
okay, I was making sure there ain't no spicy picks with that one. All right. Detroit goes to Minnesota and wins the last second of field goal to win 31-29. Jared Goff himself, I think he's making his MVP case right now, the heart of the season. He threw for 280 yards. He went 22 of 25. And I think they said it today. The stat was they have more touchdowns than incompletions in the last 3 weeks. 22 of 25, 280 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Lightning Thunder, Jameer Gibbs, David Montgomery, it was Jameer Gibbs' day. Jameer had 15 carries, 116 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Sam Darnold didn't look as clean as he did in previous weeks. Not too bad, 22-27, 259, a touchdown, and an interception. How you guys feel about this, and how do you guys feel about this in the NFC North race? Because it's going to come down to the wire. It's going to come down to those division games.
Yeah,
It's going to come down to the wire.
yeah, man. That division is completely up in the air. We see what Green Bay is doing. They won last week, and then the Bears didn't play last week, but the Bears are having a good season. So that's actually a spicy division. But
Oh yeah.
it was a good game, man. Detroit looks really, really good, man. Despite
Mm-hmm.
the fact that obviously they lost their probably best defensive player. That offense looks very good. The offense looks very efficient. I think what's the offensive coordinator name? The black guy.
I
What's
know
the
you're
guy's
talking
name?
about. I forget his name. Yeah, I know you're talking
But
about.
he's clearly going to be a head coach probably next year. This is probably the best offense in the NFL. And they're right next to the with the Ravens run game, which is unstoppable. Um, but I really like Detroit. They high up on my list of the power rankings this week. They've been looking good, really the entire year. They started off a little bit rough, but the last 3 weeks, man, they look really good.
Yeah. Go
Um,
ahead, Ethan.
I don't know. I mean, I agree with a lot of what he said. I mean, it's gonna be a tough division up there. I don't know if it's. I said it before. I think that someone representing the NFC is coming out of that division. Um,
In the
those
Super
two
Bowl?
might even. Yes,
All right.
someone out of that division is representing the NFC going to the Super Bowl. I don't know
I mean,
who,
it's
but
got. I mean, it's got to be right. NFC South, ain't nobody coming out of there.
The West
the
is too
NFC South.
shaky and injury riddled.
I'm not worried about the East, the NFC East at all.
Yeah,
Um,
San Francisco. They've been
and
injured all year,
that's
man.
the
Yeah, so it's
West.
all year.
No,
It's all year.
I like either the Lions or the Packers, in my opinion. One of them are going to the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah. It would be a big thing. If the Lions make the Super Bowl, that would be big for the city of Detroit. It would be huge if they make it. Okay, if you had to pick, right now, would you pick as the best team? Because again, it could be even with the Vikings loss, it wasn't necessarily like one or the other because they're gonna play again, and Vikings very
And they
well win
had
that game
they had a chance. They had a chance to win that game too
late.
at the end.
Yep.
Who, the
Okay, would you
Vikings?
pick Packers? Yeah, the Vikings. But would you pick, because right now all of them are above 500, so would you pick Packers, Chicago, uh, Minnesota, or the, wait, what am I, or the Lions, my bad, or the Lions. Who's the best team in that division right now, in your opinion? Because, I mean, you can go either way, however you want to.
I want to say Minnesota, but I'm inclined to say the Lions as of right now.
Yeah.
As of right
Minnesota.
now,
Okay.
I want to say Minnesota.
Somebody say Minnesota. Nah,
Yeah. No,
no,
yeah, you got to put that clip in there, bro. Him on the
Minnesota.
podium.
Minnesota.
Yeah, you got to put that clip right there.
No, no, I think this Packers team is, Jordan Love is tied for the most touchdowns in the NFL. And he missed what, 2 games or 3 games?
Two, I think it
That's
was two, right?
crazy.
Yeah,
Because he
he's
came back a
tied.
week early.
Like, that's insane.
He has the longest streak of double digit touchdowns. Um, in the he's got the longest streak going right now of double digit touchdowns. I think it's like 9 in a row, 9 straight. Like
Yo,
the
it's
last 9 games,
insane.
he's had at least 2 touchdowns. Like he's playing well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
So
pick the Packers coming out of the NFC North, but yeah, it could be
the
either one.
only thing with me is Jordan got a little gunslinger in him to where it's like,
Oh yeah,
remember that?
and he
Remember
be
that?
completing them. He be completing them. It's crazy. Like I seen him play where he threw in the triple coverage and the ball was
Did you
caught.
see
But
that one
see,
that went? Did
man,
you see that one that went
listen,
right through the DB's hands when he threw that touchdown
Yeah,
this past
that's
weekend?
get, bro. Yes, bro, and that's what I'm saying. Like, me, that make me like my chest hurt, bro. 'Cause I'm like, yo, hey,
but
hey,
the thing is, he don't turn the ball. He really don't turn the ball over like that,
Let me ask you a question.
which
Who
is
that
bro. He
look
had a
crazy.
like?
game 3 picks this year. He do turn the ball over.
Oh,
He
here
just
Who's
comes the
like
like?
he just throw a lot of
Glaze.
touchdowns too. He throw a lot of
Um,
touchdowns, but he turned the
That
ball
was
over.
that was his comeback game. Other than that, he
Here
hasn't really
comes the
thrown that many
Glaze.
interceptions. But let
Watch.
me ask,
Bruh,
who
what
that
you
look like in his
mean?
prime, Who that look like in his prime?
Aaron Rodgers don't throw
I'm
picks,
not
bruh.
saying no.
Aaron
Definitely not
Rodgers
in
don't
his
throw
prime.
picks like that. So no, don't you
No,
dare.
Aaron
I
Rodgers is
said
throwing
in
picks
his.
now, but in his day, Aaron Rodgers never threw a pick.
Was not doing that.
All
Stop
I'm
it.
saying, is right now, watch out
Ethan,
for
you need to
brother
stop.
Love. All right.
Ethan, you need to stop.
I
Y'all need
think
to
that's
stop.
Yeah,
somebody else, man.
yeah, yeah. Hey, I love Jordan Love too, man. But wipe that glaze off your face. Come on now.
Bro,
Bro,
why y'all both rubbing your face like that? Come on, man. Y'all talking about
yeah,
another
Next
grown
game.
man. Relax.
By the way, me, Caleb, and Unc picked the Vikings. Kyle picked the Lions.
I tried to tell y'all, bruh. I told
Oh,
y'all.
now you're trying to tell.
Okay.
That was probably the
Okay.
I
only.
was confident
That's
in that
probably
pick,
your best pick. That's probably your best pick
bruh.
of the whole week.
I got Lions #1, bruh. I told you. Lions #1, baby. I told you. They're going to stay there this week, too, clearly. All right. And we're going to call it the Streak Bowl of America. The Bengals went to Cleveland, and they win. The Bengals go to Cleveland, win 21-14. Obviously, the biggest news coming out of the game was, you're going to blank out what I say here, Mr. What's his name? Name shall not be named, blew out his Achilles. Well, that's his season. And we're going to talk about
That
that.
might
That's
be his career. Talking about season career.
Well,
blew
Lock it
good
up.
his
riddance.
Hey, I think he's done. I don't think he plays another down in football. I don't think
I
so.
ever.
think that's it. I think
Ever.
that's it.
Who's gonna
I
pick?
think that's
First
it.
of all, he's
Bruh.
not. You see how he's been playing the last 2 years. He comes back. He is gonna. It's gonna take at least a year. So you're talking about
Right.
mid-season next year. You think they're gonna whoever quarterback that they get, whether they draft a guy or they have a veteran, they're gonna when he comes back when he's ready to play, they're gonna remove him to put him back in the game. No, he's gonna sit there on the bench, and then when this contract get out, he's done. No one's picking him back up, bro. He can't go on another team.
Man,
And
we
Like
gonna
for
you're
this
send
off
him
for the off
convicted.
to
the
the
field stuff.
Japanese football league. He's
You're
out of here.
convicted. You're
He's done.
convicted. Unc talked
It's
He's
about
not.
it.
It's
done.
not like. It's not like before. And when he leaving Houston, he had the talent to go with. Even though he had the, and people were willing to overlook the off the field stuff because he was good. Now you got the off the field stuff. Every once in a while in the blue moon, another accusation comes,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're not playing well on the field. So it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't justify anything. I think his career. I think we have
I
seen
think
the
it's
last
over.
of Deshaun Watson.
Thank you.
All right. Again,
Yeah.
we're gonna revisit this with the league news at the end of our picks. But hey, that's true. Would you put it like that? It's true. It really is. We are
I think
going
that's why he was
to. But
crying.
let me look. That boy. Well, that's not how you want to end it. That's how I
He
let you
wasn't
know.
crying because he blew his
DT.
Achilles. He was crying because he know this might be the last down of football I ever play in my life.
We'll see him
Uh,
again in the CFL. We'll see him in Ottawa somewhere. You know,
the boy ain't got to do that. Uh, so
I know he don't.
DTR.
He got plenty of money.
That's what I'm saying.
but he might just
DTR
want to
came.
play.
Listen,
Next
no.
game,
Hey,
Okay.
listen, get your
Uh,
boys together and go to your local nearest park and throw the ball around.
that's
That's
crazy.
closest to playing the game. He gonna ever get.
DCR came in after him. Turned the ball over twice, in which I thought Cincinnati was going to pull away, and they didn't, which was kind of surprising. Then DTR got hurt. James Winston came in for a bit there and mop up in the fourth quarter. Joe went 15-25, 181, 2 touchdowns. Didn't turn the ball over. They didn't run the ball very well, but again, hey, when you have T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, them boys, they are just different with the ball in their hands, like for real. Like whether it's a quick slant, double move, like they are different with the ball in their hands. But we will see. So Cincinnati, that win puts them at 3-4. So they're going to try to get to 500 next week.
we all picked Cincinnati
Cleveland.
for that game.
Oh, we did. Okay. Cleveland drops to 1-6, and they're looking back like the Browns, what I remembered for the majority of my life, is what they look like. Okay, so um, in the next, again, a game that could have been the game of the week, Houston went to Green Bay. They lose 24-22 in a game that, again, you guys were just glazing over. Jordan Love, you need to.
Well,
What happened?
Me and Uncle, are the only ones that picked him.
Oh
I
Lord,
didn't.
oh Lord. They win what's that? McManus, that's his name. They win by a field
Finally
goal,
got a
fourth
field goal.
quarter. 24-22. Like I was saying, as you're reading the stats, Jordan Love went 24 of 33 for 220 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. They ran the ball fairly well. Josh Jacobs averaged 6.3 yards a carry. CJ Stroud had just a rough day in office. All right. He went 10 of 21 for 86 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions, was sacked 4 times. Again, they dropped to 5-2. Green Bay jumps to 5-2. Does this make you feel any different about CJ and the offense, or would you just call it an off week for him?
That Packers
And just
defense
be
is
Yeah,
for real.
yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
That's a really good, young, really good Packer defense.
Same thing
With a
happened against
great,
the NFC.
with
I
a
mean,
great
sorry, NFC Lions.
defensive coordinator. I don't think he. I
The
mean, obviously, he
Vikings.
only had 85 yards, but when you look at it at the end of the game, he still had a chance for them to win that game. So I mean, he kept them in it, even though he wasn't having a good game. Uh, so I don't feel any different. Y'all know how I feel about CJ. Um, but I don't look at it anyway. Just like how Gino had a bad week last week, and he's gonna have a bounce back game this week. So no, I don't look at it any other way. I just think that that Green Bay team, man, they're really good. They're really good. They have great coaching, and
Matt LaFleur.
they have what they have on that young off. People don't really look at that. They don't look at their wideouts. They're young and they're really good, man. And Jordan Love, even though
Dobbins
it's
and
a
Breeze.
small sample size, coming back, off the injury, man, he's played well. He got to clean up turnovers, right? I think part of that is just playing and getting on the same page with everything, and so he's got to do a better job at protecting the football. He's had some interceptions, he's had some fumbles and stuff, but he throws his touchdowns. So he might be You're talking about Ethan. You talking about he looking like
he's Brett.
Aaron
Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers,
He looked like
but
Brett.
he may
Yeah,
be closer to Brett Favre. Brett
exactly.
Favre led the league in interceptions in the history, but he also was like top 10 in 10 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So like
Some of those were his fault though, but I understand what you're saying. I said
yeah,
in terms of
he might
turnovers
be
and stuff like that.
closer to Brett than Aaron, but because we
Just
all
because
know that Aaron really valued the ball. He'd rather throw the ball away
yeah, I mean, what do you have?
than
Like 40
actually,
touchdowns and 5 interceptions one year? Like, I mean,
yeah,
something crazy. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And again, like for
So
me, you don't turn the ball over. These games that are like nail biter games here aren't going to be nail biter games. They won't be close. And again, if you remember at the peak of his powers, A-Rod, they was like blowing out teams, like putting up 30, 40 points easy because you just don't turn the ball over. You know what I mean? So,
It's crazy.
um,
Out of the top six, like defenses or whatever it is, like three of them are legitimately in the NFC North. Out of like
yeah.
the teams that
Now,
they
I will
literally
say
the top three
this.
of there.
It's going to be important because at this point, those teams have shown that they are better than the rest of the NFC and just the league as a whole. Those division games are worth double now. Now they've already dropped one to Minnesota 2 weeks ago. So obviously you're going to have to beat Minnesota the second time around. You're going to have Chicago, and I don't know. I have to look at the schedule. We'll see. But again, like at least Chicago, like late in the season when it's cold outside. Obviously they play like in Lambeau, so it's not going to matter for them. But like for Minnesota and Detroit, when you have to play those outdoor games.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
Minnesota playing the dome, so if they
right.
got the home games, they're gonna be fine. It's the away games.
Those, yeah, right. The winter away games. So we'll see if that plays anything. But they say most of those NFC North teams, you just know that that's what comes with that division. So there ain't really no
I
excuse. But
forgot to mention, and I don't want to jinx them, but I forgot to mention when we were talking about the Bills. Josh Allen has still yet to throw an interception this year, which is really good on his part for considering that he was, I guess, considered a turnover machine. But next game,
Hmm.
I just had to throw that in there.
no, you good. You good. Here, I got you right here. Uh, yep, you're right. He's 1,483 yards, 12 touchdowns, and no picks. For this year, Yeah, you're right. Um, And then moving on, so we're going to go to the Saquon Barkley game because that's really what it was. The Eagles go to New York, and like I said, it was Saquon, and some Saquon. He ran for 176 yards and a touchdown. Could have broke his single game rushing record, his personal. Of course, he chose to sit out, but they made it very obvious, like, you dummies. Y'all are some dummies. Okay? I don't
Hey,
know what to
listen, if
tell
I'm
you.
John Mayer,
I,
if I'm
I,
John Mayer, the owner of that team, I go to my general office, my general manager office. I said, "You're fired. You get right now. I don't even want to listen. You don't even have time to practice the act. When I go in the office, I'm bringing security with me. Hey, you escort this man outside my building. Okay? And this is absolutely ridiculous. All right, because we already saw on Hard Knocks that the one thing this dude said. Listen, if we can't afford him, whatever. All right, cool. Just let him go to Philadelphia. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to sleep. Okay, I'm gonna be rolling over in my grave if this man gonna go in Philadelphia to see him twice a year. Okay, and what happened? You
bro.
allow this guy to go to the one place that the owner said not to go, and then he come out, and you knew he was going. But I knew because here's the thing, bro. People talk about Stefanski. Okay, what was the Philadelphia coach
Sirianni?
Sirianni.
Sirianni?
Yeah.
People talk about Sirianni, but one thing he is, man, he's gonna give his guys
The
the credit,
opportunity. Yeah.
and
Uh
he's
huh.
gonna give them the opportunity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they probably had they had the whole
The
thing
whole,
schemed out.
yeah, the whole week,
Like this is
bro.
what
Oh,
we're
yeah.
gonna do, and they beat them to grits. Okay,
So,
it was a pleasure to see. I sat back and I had my popcorn, and I was like, I'm not no Philadelphia fan, but I'm like, oh, I love it because one thing I don't like is when guys don't give guys an opportunity, especially when you have that Hall of Fame type of talent, man. Like the NFL is a place where it's copycat. Like one place says, "Oh, you know what? I don't think we value the running backs like that, and we're not gonna pay the running backs." And then the whole league, "Oh, we're not gonna value running backs." And you listen, I agree with it. Just you can get a running back out the draft low and then
yeah.
just use them up for 4 or 5 years. But when
And
you have a Hall of Fame type talent, you have a special dude, right? When you have a special dude, then you can't put them in the same group with the rest of these running backs,
exactly.
man.
And that's what it
This
is.
guy's a
Yeah.
special. And the CMCs and
Derrick
you see what
Henry's,
you
even though
see
they
what
didn't
King
know that when they
Henry's doing
drafted
up
him.
there.
Yeah.
Like this is different. This
Yep.
is special, and you got to value the special. And they didn't, and that now see what happened. Now the fans is gonna be like, so what are we supposed to do now? What are we
Well,
supposed to do with that?
you
They were
don't
Right?
have a
cheering
running
for
You
back.
him.
can't you
You
can't
you
boo him. You can't boo him because it's not his fault that he left.
They were
Okay,
cheering
he
for
went
him.
into the office and he told them, "I want to stay here." And y'all decided, the GM decided, "Nah, we think we could do better without you." Yeah. So like I said, if I was the owner of that team, you could pack your right now. As a matter of fact, don't pack nothing. We don't even want you to take the key fob.
I'll
Don't
have it
even
dropped
work no
off to the
more.
house. I'll have it dropped off to the house.
Okay?
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it.
Security. I'll be like, man, they're ridiculous.
Saquon put up college football numbers. He averaged 10.4 yards a carry, 17 carries, 176
And
yards.
this is the crazy part. The Giants knew he was going to do that, and they still couldn't do nothing about it.
Jalen Hurts only threw the ball 14 times, threw for 114 yards and a touchdown, and then win by 21 points. 21 points. Game was not close. 21 points.
Go ahead.
25
You
points.
baby. Ball out.
Yeah. And again, future wise, I don't know what the Giants are, because again, Hard Knocks will have you believe that the Giants really thought they was going to make a playoff push or something. Like, I don't know what delusion they was living under. We're like, oh, yeah, we're going to make the playoffs this year. And if you had got a quarterback, if you had Jaden Daniels, I don't know. But, hey, that's another thing. Buddy's son told him to draft him. Remember that? Buddy's son was like, hey, that Jaden Daniels, he's something else. He like, nah, you know what I'm saying? But anyway.
Yep.
Bro, it's
I remember
crazy.
that.
So they
like, oh no.
I don't really know if the bright lights and that, like, okay. So like I said,
repeat the play back to me again, man. If you don't
yeah,
shut
Dayball, Dayball, bro. Oh my goodness. Hey, listen, if you want to drop a dependent position that high, by all means. Good luck in top 5 picking again.
Like that's something you draft that high when you already have the quarterback. You don't draft the receiver that high without having a quarterback.
Trust me, I know that better than anybody. We could have
had. Know that they don't like Daniel Jones because they tried to get rid of him. So you don't have the quarterback in place, and so then you go ahead and you draft a receiver.
Bro,
now, don't get me wrong, he's a great receiver now. But how does that help you? Like you said, he plays a dependent position.
So, okay, we could have had Panay. I know that more than anybody here. We could have had Panay Sewell. But we want to get Kyle Pitts. I mean, I hated the pick in the moment. I know you remember this. I don't know you remember this. I was crashing out in the chat back then. Crashing out, bro. I'm like, why are we like a tight end? A tight end? Okay, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, I don't know what the Giants have planned. I just knew they're going to be drafting top 5 once again.
Hey, I can tell you this. That boy Arthur Smith is a terrible head coach, but he's a great offensive coordinator. I'll tell you that.
We'll get into that game.
Well,
next game.
Well, I was gonna say not down here. He didn't.
That's what I said. I said he's a terrible.
Well,
head coach.
when you have Desmond Ridder at your quarterback, what you gonna expect?
That was his choosing. He wanted Desmond. He picked Desmond.
But that's what I'm saying.
He picked him.
He's
listen.
You die on that hill, bro. You got to.
All these guys, yeah. And you see, all those guys, yeah, y'all have general manager. All those guys are his picks. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, all those guys are his picks, and then you get him and you don't even throw them the ball.
Next game,
don't get me started because then I'm gonna have to go. We doing okay. We're doing way better than we was. I can't even go backwards. Well, the next game, Ethan, is Carolina at the Commanders. You want to talk about that game? Come on, bro. All right, come on.
No, we don't talk about the Panthers. I mean,
now from that game, we harp on this week in and week out. We didn't talk about it the last couple weeks, but it finally happened because Jaden Daniels has. They say it is a rib injury.
He said today he probably plays next week, but still, man, that's one of those injuries that could linger, and it's just not. Like we said, we talked about it from the beginning of the season. He got to learn how to slide, how to get down, not take these hits. And he got out the pocket, was running. He could have easily run out of bounds on that play. He wanted to get some extra yards. Guy rib all messed up.
Now, I will say this. This is kind of funny. This game is a visual representation of how bad Carolina is because Jaden Daniels left like early second quarter. Marcus Mariota. Now, that's the name. He can't step foot back in Atlanta. Right? Ethan, Caleb, y'all know that. He can't step foot back in Atlanta. Marcus Mariota proceeds to lead them to score 40 points. Now, they did have a defensive touchdown, too, I think, in there, too. But, bro,
that was when Daniels was in the game.
Carolina is horrendous. Have fun picking top 3 next year.
Next game.
Next game we're going to LA. The Raiders lose to the Rams. The score of 20-15. Again, the name came up today in our chat about Matthew Stafford. There's reports that he's being shopped. Minnesota's looking to go all in. We were talking a little bit about that. He didn't throw for a touchdown, threw for 150 yards and an interception. They didn't run the ball particularly well, but again, when you're playing a team in the Las Vegas Raiders that have already shown you they're selling, season's already a wash. I mean, hey, you'll take a win when you can.
Their quarterback has a broken thumb on his scan hand.
I will say this, and we haven't talked about it much because we don't talk about the teams that stink. Brock Bowers might be the tight end of the future. He had 10 receptions.
He's looking good.
He's doing really well. Again, it's like us. We drafted Kyle Pitts just to be bad. Like we're not good. At least they're throwing him the ball. We couldn't throw Kyle Pitts the ball, which is crazy. So, but yeah, he that's a bright thing on for their future. But they are kind of in the selling market right now, so we'll see where that goes. But the Raiders, they fought at 2-5, last place in their division. The Rams go to 2-4. They're still last place in their division. They know they don't really have a shooting chance to even, contend for a wild card spot. So it puts them in the selling seat right now too. Next thing we'll go to Kansas City. Went to
By the way,
the
49ers
49ers.
the Raiders that game. Everybody else picked the Rams.
Mother sick, bro. What's wrong with
Next
you?
Hey,
game.
man, I told you that was my spicy pick of the week.
That's wild. So Kansas City Chiefs beat the Niners 28-18. And this is the game I want to talk about because, again, Ethan, you know how I feel about you, and I feel like you are a very, if something happens, you're very, this is the entire summary of why it happened, right? So I want to hear your summary of this game. Yes, reactionary, okay? So they lose.
Debo looked like Zion Williamson. Go ahead, though.
Bro, he's sick, bro. What in...
Bro.
Okay. Pat Mahomes.
He had pneumonia on the field?
16 of...
Pneumonia, bro.
Yes, bro.
I didn't know he had it on the field. They said it was reported after.
You know what happens? Pneumonia is in your lungs. That's why you couldn't breathe, man.
I didn't know. All I saw.
That's not what we were talking about. No way.
Anyways, go ahead. What were you saying?
Yeah, exactly. Pat Mahomes did not have a good game. Plain and simple. 16-27, 154 yards, two INTs.
So what does this have to do with me? What was your point?
I'm gonna let you know. I'm just reading the stats off.
I'm getting sick of the Patrick Mahomes. Okay, I drafted him in fantasy this year. Okay,
all
right. I'm getting.
What, bro? You haven't dropped it. You should have been. You legit could have been dropped by now. Legit.
Drafted him and picked up who?
Baker is
not. Baker gone.
No.
I got 12. I'm in a 12-man league, bro. I don't. There is no good.
No, there's somebody, bro. I'm in a 12-man too. You could,
bro. Listen,
pick up Desmond Ritter. He just got signed by the Raiders.
Together, son. I got money on the line. You understand me? Come on,
he got
man.
picked by the Raiders. Get Desmond Ritter.
More. How can you have more interceptions and touchdowns, man? Come on, man.
And yet somehow, and again, we're gonna get this is one of the topics we're gonna talk about.
In some magical, wonderful land, they're still undefeated.
But Kyle, go ahead. What were you trying to say? I'm confused here.
Oh no,
I just was disgusted by the play of Patrick Mahomes.
No,
they mastered the art of winning ugly.
The defense was playing well. And then as far as the 49ers side, Brock Purdy, 17-31, 212 yards, 3 INTs, so he didn't play well himself. Now, Kittle played majority of the game, got hurt. Like you said, I think Debo left in the first quarter. There was no impact. Ayuk was in the game. Ayuk had a couple, I wouldn't say a couple. He had one big drop.
I just saw the report after.
He tore his ACL.
Yeah, but going forward.
In the first quarter. Okay.
Yeah, going forward, Ayuk will not be in the equation anymore. Jennings did not play. I don't think he suited up in that game. Juwan Jennings. I know either he got hurt or he didn't suit up. I can't remember because I don't remember seeing him for real. But to my point, so Ethan in the chat, and I don't remember verbatim what you said, but you said something about Brock after that game And I didn't even look at what you said because I'm like, here we go. Like, it's one game, and here he go. Well, look at Brock. Who's correct about Brock? Can you please say what you said about Brock Purdy? Because I
Well,
honestly can't quote you.
I'm
So,
being honest when I say this. I did not say anything about Brock Purdy after this game because I didn't even
oh,
watch it.
okay. I'm
You
gonna
can
have to
try to
go
pull it
find the
up, and
tweet.
if you pull it up,
Yeah,
you can read it. But I did not say anything about Brock Purdy.
we got so much messages in there. Like even from then, like
Let
it
me
might
see
not
if I can
gonna
pull it up
find
because
it.
I literally didn't watch the game.
Um,
So how am I going to say something
but
about
I
Brock
will
Purdy?
say this. All I was going to say was that guys are going to say, well, Brock Purdy, here he goes, coming back down to earth. I think we have to just get past that notion. All like he's missing, like legit, he might go into next week missing 5 stars. Legit. Right?
Wait, but
Now,
I don't understand what you're trying to do because I've literally defended Brock this entire season, so I'm confused as to what you're like that game against the Rams. I literally said if he because he lost that
no,
game,
Ethan, I
everyone would have
understand,
been
but
like, "Oh,
I'm saying, unless I'm just making up like stories in my head,
you
with
got to be
making it
making it
sound
up," because
like
I never said anything about
bruh, I
bad
remember
about Brock
looking at
this
it
season.
like, bruh, here we go, bro. Like, here we go, man. All I'm saying is, I haven't heard anybody, but like when Cam said that what did Cam call? He called him what's the term they use for the quarterbacks who like don't win you no games, don't lose you no games?
A game manager.
A game
Exactly.
manager.
And Cam said that, and then that was like the big topic of discussion. Well, listen, and again,
The only person I talked about on
Kittle has a
Sunday was Deshaun Watson when he blew out his ACL. I
that's
mean
crazy.
Achilles. I didn't talk about anybody
So
else, so I don't know where
George
you're making
Kittle
that up from.
George Kittle has a foot injury. He's week to week. Jaron Jennings, I think, was his hamstring. Like you said, Ayuk is out for the season. CMC is not coming back. I think he's done for the year. I don't think he's coming back. And again, with pneumonia has kind of lingering effects as well. So who knows if Debo plays next week? But he may be missing 5 starting players next week. Um, what can you do? You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna
But this
make
is what
any
I said.
reactionary choices to sign guys or trade for anybody because I think they still think they have the talent. Everyone's there, but with these injuries, I don't really
Yeah,
know. It's just an injury riddled
you gotta
season. I don't
try
really
to you
know.
gotta try to scrap and try to win games without these guys. And the thing about it is though, a lot of these injuries are like long term injuries,
Yeah,
So it's like, Devo might be going at the minimum probably 2 weeks, and then Ayuk is out for the season. Um, I don't know what Kittle injury
He probably
is,
gonna be
but
out like 2 games or something. And then
but
McCaffrey's gone.
so then McCaffrey, they said they're not even thinking about it until week 8. So
hmm
and then I think they have their bye coming up. So I don't know, man.
I'm
And
just in
that's
a
gonna
rock and a
be
hard place.
Just
be
pack it up.
rough.
Get ready for next season. We'll see you next year.
So Caleb, you say no. So Caleb, I mean, go ahead and explain. Like, are you saying they should kind of wrap it up and let it
Well,
go for the season?
y'all
I
are
think they
hoping
should.
for the best case
But
scenario.
it's
I
too
think you
early.
should
It's
just
still early for that because you got to remember too, man. Like it's gonna be harder now because they have to pay Purdy in the offseason, right? And so those little those moves that you need to make to get your team better, they're not gonna have the cap to do that unless they move off somebody. And people were talking about them moving off of Debo. You can't move Ayuk now because he's injured. So like I don't know,
Well, they had
man.
an off-season thing. Just I'm not saying it's his fault. Obviously, Turner ACL, but like you do all that, and then you don't know about I guess moving Debo and everybody else because everyone says that Debo isn't a true route runner, and this is why they should have re-signed
Well, he's
Ayuk in
not.
the
He's
first
not.
place. But no, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying Ayuk being the only true route runner or a great route runner, elite route runner on that team,
Jennings is a good receiver too.
he's gone. So, and to
Hey, by the
Kyle's
way,
point,
well, go ahead, Ethan, and then I'll finish. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I wouldn't snoop down to what Cam's saying and just saying that this man's just a game manager because this like he's coming into this week now how he was when he was with the Rams.
Who he said is a game manager? Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Cam
yeah.
said.
Because you remember last year, like people guys were like, "Oh,
Purdy.
is it the weapons that
Yeah.
he has? Is it him?" You remember it was like that whole
No, I'm
debate
saying coming
about
into
how
that
good he
Rams
was.
game,
Purdy.
he's gonna have what he
I
has
wouldn't
right
say
now.
Purdy
So
is a game manager because Purdy, they've been down in some of these games. Even in the playoff game, they were down. He had to make a couple throws, a couple plays to come back. Like it's not game manager is you protect the ball, you coach, you let your defense do what they do, and once you get up
and you just don't turn the ball over. But like when they're down and they need to make a play or they need to score or they need a touchdown or they need a field goal, like he got to make those plays to get him there, and he's been doing that. So I wouldn't put him.
Oh,
I wouldn't put him in
I was
that
gonna say
Kyle,
category.
I
He
know,
has.
Kyle, I think I know what you're alluding to. I think me and Unc were talking about Purdy, and I typed in all caps, and I was like, "Hater man, he was only making 900,000 last year or something like that." So maybe that's what you're trying
He's
to.
nah. I
still
wouldn't.
only making 900,000.
Oh well, whatever. I said,
Yes.
bro, pay the man. He deserves it. I don't care. I'm throwing the
But
whole
hey,
whole
like you said
thing out.
about the
So
salary cap, he is on the contract for one more year, so we'll see if they do re-sign him. Because again, he doesn't have that fifth year. Because being the last pick, he didn't have that the fifth year option that you can do with your first round they and got to stuff. make a So decision, and they're we'll going to see. pay him. They have to. No, well, of course. He's shown himself to be a franchise quarterback, so he's going to get. Either talking about, oh, that can't work 60 million. Purdy about to get 60 million.
I know that's what we were talking about,
Okay, all right.
and I said that's
Or
what I
very
typed
close
in
to
there.
it. He's gonna get 58,
I
59. He's
typed
gonna
in
be
there. I
right in that
said, bro,
range.
he deserves it. Pay the man. So
We'll see. And it's going to be by the time, so like again, by the time his contract will kick in, which would be 2026, I mean, there's going to be some guys' contracts, probably like the Trent Williams, because Trent on like a 2 or 3 year with that last year. I mean, I think it's like 25 something million or whatever. Like, we'll see how they structure it, but, yeah, we'll see. He's going to get
by
paid. They
the
don't have a
way,
choice. So,
me and Caleb
uh,
chose the Chiefs. Unc and Kyle chose the 49ers.
yeah, until they get healthy, I don't know if I'm picking them going forward, but
Yeah,
we
me
gonna
either.
find out.
Me either.
But that's what I was saying earlier. Like you're hoping for the best case scenario, and I just don't think
Told
it will
y'all they've
play
Yeah,
out
been
that
looking
way.
shaky.
I just thought like with Kansas City not playing well, but their defense has played real
They've
lights out.
mastered the art of winning ugly, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Hey, and then the final game that we'll talk about from the Sunday slate of games was that Sunday Night Football. I wouldn't say the new looking Jets, but the New York Jets go to Pittsburgh and they lose 37-15 in a game that we saw Devontae for the first time in a Jets uniform. Steelers played stifling defense. Aaron Rodgers went 24-39. Two interceptions and a touchdown. Again, they couldn't get the ball running with Brees Hall. Brees Hall did have 100 yards receiving on 6 catches. We also saw Russell Wilson's first start this season for Pittsburgh. Kind of had people split as we saw. He went 16-29, 269, and 2 touchdowns. Najee, again, looking like Alabama Najee. 21 carries, 102 yards, so
Finally,
that definitely helps. When you can run the ball, Russ off the play action, he do what he do. Najee had a touchdown. George Pickens had a really big game too. George Pickens looked really good in that game. 5 receptions for 111 yards and a touchdown. But obviously, y'all can take off. I already know.
Listen,
Y'all know
man,
where I
clear the
stand.
floor. Clear the floor.
Go ahead.
Clear the floor.
Go ahead.
Because I didn't told y'all. And you didn't want to listen. Okay? On both sides of this game. First off, let's talk with the Steelers. Okay? I told y'all, everybody was like, let me get
not
into it now.
everybody, just people in the group chat. Because
Hold on.
I
Let me
said
get
it.
into it.
Eric. Just Eric.
I don't know what we're
Okay.
talking about.
No. Y'all was saying too, like, oh, I don't really know. Why would you make the
Who
switch?
is you? I'll
Especially
pull it up.
you,
I'll pull it
Ethan.
up. That's not
You,
true.
Ethan, no, you say,
I don't know what this man's talking
pull it
about.
up.
That's not true.
I know. I gave devil's advocates like from both sides. That's what I did. I didn't care either way.
Me and you
But
literally agreed. Me and
I
you
don't know.
agreed me and you agreed in a text message and on this podcast that that Russell should be put in instead of Justin Fields because if he busts this offense open, we haven't seen him yet. So how do we know if we're
Okay.
not going to play him or
All right.
not?
Yeah, Ethan.
Maybe,
He said that.
yeah.
Yeah, he said that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look how he was about to tear
All
me
right.
up. This is
Okay.
insane
All right.
work.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe it was,
He was
maybe
like,
it was,
he was like,
yeah,
I'm
but,
literally a Russell Wilson fan. I'm going to talk
our
down
guy,
on him.
yeah, that's what
oh,
I'm saying.
now you're a Russell Wilson guy. Now,
Yeah.
see how you want to, Ethan.
Yeah,
I'm
when
on
we
you,
was talking
bro.
about the Seahawks or whatever,
Bro.
he about to go get the jersey. But listen, what I was gonna say was,
Oh Lord, he wanted to get the
people were
jersey.
saying all of these pundits, everybody on ESPN, people in the group chat. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, why you rubbing it on yourself
Why
like
you
that?
don't rub it on your body like that?
Lord have mercy.
Relax yourself.
Well, listen, I don't know why you rubbed that on your body just now, but okay. But what I'm saying is that everybody in the group chat, everybody saying, "Oh, why would you upset this? Oh my goodness, Justin Fields is 4-2 and blah blah blah." Okay, all right, put
Now
that
that's
away. It's
Is
not.
nasty
this
work.
guy
That's
serious? Is
nasty
this guy
work.
serious?
He got that after he got traded to Broncos, even though he didn't like him on the Broncos.
Exactly. Come on.
Anyway, so what I was saying was, and I told you guys this, Mike Tomlin has earned the right, okay, to say, look, I don't really like what I see, even though the record is good. It's 4-2. Okay, he understands when we just earlier we talking about divisions, right? When it starts to get cold, right? When you can't, right? You still gonna need somebody that's gonna be able to push the ball down the field when they're about to come into this like really tough schedule. The Steelers has a really tough schedule going forward in the season. This was like their easy part of the schedule in the beginning of the year. So okay, they made it to 4-2 with Justin Fields. Now they 5-2. Everybody's talking about Justin Fields didn't play bad. I don't know what you're talking about. Justin Fields played good. Russell Wilson has played one game, and he's got more touchdowns than
that's simple.
than Jefferson in 6 games. So let's quit the crap.
And I want you to continue. I was going to say Justin Fields playing like this on a bad Chicago team, and him playing like this on a good Steelers defensive team is going to always look like this. Although he's playing the same. He's playing the same. It is no difference. Okay,
exactly.
So that's all I'm saying.
You can't win. Mike Tomlin already understands, and this is another thing I want to say. And people are like, all these people are like, "Oh, I don't understand it." It's not for you to understand. Mike Tomlin is with these guys every day.
Yeah.
He sees what they're doing in practice. So what we don't see when a guy's not playing, Mike Tomlin's got film of their practices to break it down to watch what these guys are doing. Yeah. So if he sees like this guy, Russell Wilson, is a fringe Hall of Fame quarterback, okay? We're talking about, I don't know, I don't want to say like he's a surefire Hall of Famer, but he's right there. He's had seasons in the NFL where he was in the conversation for MVPs, okay? We know that he won a championship and went to 2 Super Bowls. So you have a quarterback, and then when you look at how he throws the ball, the way he throws the ball, where he lofts it and puts air under the ball and be able to layer the throws to be able for his receivers to be able to, he throws an extremely catchable ball on top of that. You see how Pickens is throwing. I mean, the one game Pickens looked like, he looked like Jerry Rice out there.
I will say,
okay,
a couple of those throws, and again, it's going to take time to get rhythm, like game speed with these guys. A couple of them throws, if Justin Fields would make that thought, I'd be like, boy, that's a terrible throw. Let him get game speed with these guys because it's been week 1.
But what I'm saying is Justin Fields can't. A lot of those
what do you mean?
throws Justin Fields can't make because
absolutely.
He doesn't layer throw. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have the touch. He throws everything one speed. He just has the fastball.
Yeah.
He don't have the curveball. He don't have all of these other throws.
Yeah.
Right? He has one throw. And so when you have a dynamic arm like Russell Wilson, even though he's up there in age, I told people in the group chat, the Steelers fans, listen, this is a good decision. Even if he didn't even play that well, it's still, you have to see what you have in Russell. You got both these guys on a $1 million contract. Why wouldn't he? I don't care if Justin Fields was 6-0, playing the way he playing. If you can't score touchdowns in the red zone and you're kicking field goals and you can't push the ball down the field, you owe it to your team and to the rest of those guys in that defense who's playing lights out to see how much better can we get with this other guy. And guess what? You can always bring Justin Fields back into the fold. People are like, oh, he's going to have a bruised confidence. You got no bruised confidence. You want to play in the NFL? You don't. Which one you want? You want to play an NFL game or you don't want to play an NFL game? And see, that's what I love about Mike Tomlin, okay? And the disrespect, okay, is ridiculous. And people are like, oh, maybe Mike Tomlin should step down. The disrespect. I'll take him in one goddamn second.
Hey, that was coming from a Steelers fan. That was a Steelers fan who said that.
How ridiculous are you? Like, are you nuts? Okay? So that's that side of it. On the other side of it, we all know, okay, Jets lost. It looked terrible. But what I told you, Kyle,
bro,
what did I tell you?
No, hey,
Ethan, put the tape right here when I'm explaining to this guy what type of formations they should be running.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna do if I line 4 wides, and I got my back out. You can't have a linebacker on a receiver, right? Because I'm gonna pull my tight end off the field, right? I got 4 wide. Okay, what you gonna do? You're gonna have to go nickel or dime. So if you go nickel or dime, and I pull my guard, and my guard's on a 5'11", 185-pound quarterback. Okay,
tell it. Put him telling that, and tell him what I say is gonna happen with them in them formations. All right, go ahead. No, but that's like me at the beginning of the season when I was like, if we come out 5 wide in Atlanta with all the weapons we have, can't nobody guard us. But they're not gonna come out and do that because it's not realistic. What I'm saying is, you didn't mention the O-line, which is the biggest hole on this team, and I don't care if Megatron came back and you put Devontae. He don't have time to throw the ball. If you watch these games, he don't got take off.
But here's the thing. Though. The problem is that defense, man. And then and also
Lord.
to be honest, that defense is banged up. But listen, hold on.
Now you're starting to insult to my brother over here.
Hey, listen, hold on now. Listen, I told y'all what formations is gonna work. Breece Hall had his best day of the whole season last game in a loss. Why? Why do you think that is, Kyle? It's the formation.
Yeah, because you split out wide. Yeah, receiving.
Okay,
exactly.
Okay, all right.
And
so now, how do you stop that?
15 points. What you mean?
But what I'm saying,
we cannot get past the outcome. We can't just be
no. What I'm saying
is,
I'm trying to explain to you about this formation, Kyle. Listen, Aaron Rodgers. Listen to me. Aaron Rodgers has to play better. Okay, he's not playing that well. Okay, he's still all right. So what I'm saying is the plays are there to be made. It's just not being made. That's my point. My point is you're telling me that's not going to work. No way. You don't need it.
I have no problem with you saying that. Like, of course, with that team, those formations on paper would work just fine, right? I'm not disputing that. What I said to you was
that ain't what you said last week. You said, "Oh no,
that's hold on, time out.
Now that's what you said.
No, let me finish. Let me finish. I said they can
let him finish.
I said they can run those formations. They can put that personnel out there, right? On paper, that's like me. Like I said, I tried to make an example of me.
Who's going to protect them with the O-line? The O-line is terrible.
That was the problem. That was the problem.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, you could go 5 wide, bruh. If you can't get the ball out, or your guys can't separate, like Allen Lazard and Mike Williams are still Allen Lazard and Mike Williams.
Listen, he had plenty of protection.
Okay, so maybe I need to just say this. Maybe I need to just say this.
Bro,
I don't think they're good enough. I don't think A-Rod's good enough.
Bro, oh my God, bro! Jared Wilson balled out. If Jared Wilson catches that ball, Garrett, whatever the hell that nigga name is, that he had a touchdown pass that he dropped.
I don't think you can say that.
He had 2 plays. One play, he dropped a touchdown. Okay, another play, he tipped the ball. The ball hit off his hands and it got intercepted. You're talking about? Come on, man. The plays are there. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't tell me that these formations don't work because they do work.
Bruh, you making these excuses. You sound like Ethan, bruh. That's all I'm gonna say to you. Okay, I don't know when this started. I thought we was on the same side. I don't know when this started, bruh. But you sound ridiculous. You say like
I sound ridiculous.
We're making good time.
Every week we be like, oh man, if we had blocked that man, oh man, we had made that tackle. You can't. When we start saying that, when we start saying stuff like that, now because it's Aaron Rodgers, and now it's because of them. Now we're gonna start saying that. Come on, bro.
I'm not saying. Listen, man. You have to look. You have to look at the game holistically. You can't just look at because they lost, because they only scored 15 points and say, you can't see how this can be improved, and you can't see, he missed that play. If he catches the ball, it's a touchdown. There's no if. You catch the ball, you walk into the goddamn end zone.
But next game.
What are we talking about right now?
I told you. Like I said, that team is not good. And again, a lot of that's off the field stuff. Again, with no leadership, no coaching. But again, all I'm saying is, Brad, that team is not good, Brad. I'm trying to tell you, you can't just patchwork a team and be like, we're a championship contender. That's not how the NFL works, bro.
I ain't say nothing about
That's
that.
all I'm saying,
I'm talking about the formations, what they need to do to be successful. That's what I'm talking about.
But we know the game's bigger than just formations. Come on, man. All that off the field foolishness. Come on, bro.
You said why you were saying why them getting the receiver, why they got the receiver won't work and won't help them. And I told you with the formations that they use, this can work. And now you're telling me, oh no,
Bruh.
because they're only close 15 points and now that means that they're not that good. And
Hey,
this and that and this and that.
I'll let you.
Moving
Yes,
forward.
exactly.
We'll see moving forward.
I will let you
moving
go off
on
if
to
I'll let you go
Monday
off
Night
next week. They score
Football.
30. I'm gonna be quiet for a week. But after week one,
listen, we're gonna see moving forward.
they scored 15 points.
I saw enough of what I had to see to tell you that you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Hey, they scored 15 points with that team.
So
So
moving
hey,
on
we're
to
gonna see
Monday
going
Night.
forward.
All right.
Kyle picked
Hey,
the Steelers. Everybody else picked the Jets. Moving on to Monday Night Football, the
yeah,
first slate
because
of games.
I know what I see. That's
Um,
all right. Here we go. The LA Chargers went to Arizona, and this game was nasty work too. The Arizona Cardinals win. I think they kicked it with 5 seconds, that field goal to win the
Again,
game.
talking about shit don't have
what
no
wasn't
none
it
about.
20-15?
What are
No,
your
17-15.
the quarterback rankings? What did y'all have? Justin Herbert. Oh my God, Justin Herbert. That's top 5. Oh my God, Justin Herbert is so great.
It wasn't in my
Oh,
top five.
yeah, top
He was.
five.
I think.
Top five.
I think he was at the lower.
I had top 10.
He was at the lower. He was in the
I
lower
don't hear
end.
anyone no goddamn Justin Herbert.
No one
Who
had
had
him
him in the top five?
Nobody
No one had him in the top
Listen, he
five.
had a top 10.
I
Was he
didn't.
like a top 10 quarterback to you?
I had him. I had
I
him.
mean,
I think I had him like. I had him below 15. I think I'm below 15. I think
that was Joe.
Dude,
That was
and
Joe
he threw for
Burrow. What are you
350
talking
yards
about?
though.
That was Joe Burrow.
I had
Yeah,
Justin Herbert.
Yeah, now Joe Burrow, we had top 5. Yeah,
and that's not revisionist history.
So
Justin Herbert.
about
I don't want to
Dak?
hear nothing about that.
So what about
I want to hear
Dak?
nothing about Justin Herbert.
You had Dak in your
Put the
top 10.
put the video in the chat of what you
had
said
Dak in
when
your
I
top
said
10.
Justin Herbert's name. I want you to put your face right here.
Oh,
when
I
said
remember
Justin
it.
Herbert's
No,
name.
I remember
when
it.
I said Justin Herbert's name.
Geno Smith at 17. I have Justin Herbert. That's probably higher on. A lot of people have him higher. Or we're gonna talk about Justin Herbert, and he better not
please.
be none of y'all.
We had it in the
your top
preview.
10. I don't know what
Talking
else to tell you.
foolishness.
Is Dak still a top 10 quarterback? You still got him in your top 10 right now?
Look at your list again. I said.
I'm
Look
asking a
at your list
question.
again.
I'm asking a
Look
question.
at your list again.
I'm asking a question. It's a yes or no question.
Well, where does Joe Burrow look? How
And
does
he
he
won't
look?
answer the question.
Look at your list again.
Bro,
okay.
it's a simple yes or.
It's a simple yes or no, and he won't answer
It's a
the question.
simple question.
Okay.
I asked you a question. You answer my goddamn question.
He gonna answer my question with.
I'm not answering your question.
Caleb, he gonna answer
Now
my question with the
I don't know what
question.
y'all saying. What are y'all saying? What are y'all
You
saying?
what, Justin Herbert? You asked me about that. Are you nuts?
I said
Can you answer my question with a question?
I had Justin Herbert and at the
Are
high
you
of my 10.
Come on, man. Come on,
I
man.
said,
Stop
where's
quit being
Dak?
an idiot.
Where's
Quit being
Dak?
a goddamn idiot.
Where's
Well,
I
wait.
asked you a question. Where's Justin Herbert on your list? And you asked me about that.
He was number 10.
The
So
fuck
where's
are you
Dak?
talking about?
Dak's playing.
Talking about, answer my question.
Excuse me. Is
Yes,
Dak?
you already answered my question.
Is Dak
Wait.
playing
Justin
better?
Herbert.
Is Dak playing better?
Wait. Okay,
Come
I
on,
don't
man.
know.
Stop.
I don't know
Is
how
Dak
Dak
playing
Prescott
better?
got into this conversation.
Because he always want to bring, he always want to, whenever he, listen, whenever he, this is his move. This is his move.
Because
Whenever he don't want to answer the question,
Listen,
whenever he
hold on,
get ass
hold on.
wrong,
Wait, hold on. Let Unc go. Let Unc go.
Wait. Hold on.
Hey, let Unc go because you can't keep
I
talking
just,
over each other.
I'm just saying we got to blank some of this stuff out.
No kidding. I'm just saying he doesn't hold him accountable. That's all. I hold Justin accountable.
Oh.
I hold him accountable. That's fine. But he won't hold Dak accountable. But we're gonna move on to the next game.
what does that have to do with this conversation when we're talking about the Chargers game? We're talking about the Chargers game and Justin Herbert, and you bring up Dallas and Dak. What does Dallas and Dak have to do with the Chargers and Justin Herbert?
Just as trash as him. Next game.
I will say this season, again, I don't know that team, at least offensively, talent wise compared to the rest of the league, I don't love it. I will say he's playing more like a game manager this year. And again, I don't know. We know John. Is John out there, right? John Harbaugh, right? Or is it Jim? It's John.
Yeah.
We know how he likes to go with J.K. Dobbins. They've handed the ball off to J.K. J.K.'s had a resurgence a year.
No,
kind of showing
Jim Harbaugh.
Jim's is. Oh
Jim,
yeah.
John
You're right. Jim Harbaugh. his offense is, hey, we want to run the ball, open the pass, play action. And again, I will say they gave J.K. Dobbins, and they've been giving him a lot of carries as far as, and like I was speaking to like a resurgence in his career. Because again, people thought he was done when Baltimore let him go. They were like, oh, J.K. he's whatever. But I will say
he just got injured too much. He just always injured.
Oh, he was exactly. I will say, I don't want to say this year Herbert's been trash. He's been game manager-esque. He hasn't turned the ball over. He's if you look at this, I'm just
Now, next
look.
game,
If you just
please.
look
This man
at,
just went
I'm
on
just
a
saying
whole
When we
tirade.
talk about
him
all the young good quarterbacks,
in comparison to,
where's he at on the list, man?
I'm not gonna say he's top
Come
10
on, man.
or like whatever compared to what we thought he was gonna
Come
be.
on, man.
But again, the
Yeah,
system.
I want the video of y'all when I said Justin Herbert's
Don't
name
say
on my
y'all.
list.
Don't say y'all.
The faces you and Ethan made when
Well,
I
you
said
had-
Justin Herbert's name.
Where'd you have him on your list? What number
I
you
don't know
had?
where I had him. I know he was far away.
I had him.
at
I had him
17.
below.
He
I
had
had
him
him
at
below
17.
15. Below 15 for sure.
He had
See,
him
like
at
below
17.
15 to me is crazy. Currently, even now, like, you say below 15, but hey, again, that's me. What'd you say?
Everybody had Baker Mayfield around 20. Everybody will take Baker Mayfield now over this guy.
Of course.
Definitely.
Come on, man.
100%.
And speaking of Baker Mayfield, the Ravens go to Tampa and win 41-31. Again, this game, if you watch the game, it wasn't really close. They scored twice within the last 3 minutes of the game. Now, again, this is going to be one of the topics for the news cycle as far as when we're done with this. But so Mike Evans left the game, had the hamstring injury. It looks like it might be a multi-week type injury, and he's had hamstring stuff before in his career. And trust me, I know because we play him. Love when he don't play against us because he always tears us up. But Chris Godwin, it looks like he had a broken leg. Again, the clip
It
it
said
looked like
dislocated. It said dislocated ankle.
yeah, like his foot, foot. There we go. 'Cause I was gonna say his foot was facing the wrong way on some like Dak injury type stuff. Like his foot was.
But they
facing
said
the
it's
wrong
not
way.
broken. They said not broken.
It said it's a dislocated ankle.
That's
which
still
is
crazy. That's still.
It looked.
Oh,
It
would you
looked
like
like
go
it
ahead?
was broken.
As long as he doesn't have no ligament damage, he'll be not fine. But
No, I don't know.
I'm saying it doesn't end the season. Is what I'm saying.
Right there you go. Exactly.
They're just pumping with something.
No, I think he might hit the IR. But again, we'll see because they're gonna run the tests and stuff. I don't think they've said anything substantial.
Mike Evans,
although
that could have been avoided. He shouldn't have been playing to begin with because they had already said that he had hurt his hamstring the week before, and that they were playing it light. They said, "Oh, Baker was only going to target him during the end zone." As soon as he let the ball go from his hands on that play that he got hurt, I was like, "Oh, he's about to get hurt. He's about to tear it up." And as soon as he went down, he was grabbing his hamstring. I was like,
you're
"Bro,
just a wizard, ain't you?
I don't even know why you treat that."
Now the Godwin injury, he got hurt with about 40 something. If I remember correctly, it was like 40 something seconds left. I don't really know what Todd Bowles was doing inside of 1 minute of that game. I don't know if you guys watched that entire game, but
I turned it off. But then I saw the score. I was like, wait, what? How'd they get 31?
They weren't really running a hurry up. But they weren't like it was just weird. Like and Troy kept saying, he was like, if I'm Todd Bowles, like, bro, just take a knee and call it is. Like, and not 2 plays later, the Godwin injury happened. So the end of the game was really weird. I didn't really love how they coached that from a Tampa perspective. But anyway, Baltimore, Derrick Henry. I mean, hey, when that fourth quarter come, you better strap up because he still. What Stephen A. say? Oh, that was crazy. That was crazy.
That's crazy. Oh,
hey, my bad.
Listen,
that sounded real weird. Whoa,
you better strap up because he's coming down the lane. What?
But y'all know what I mean. Derrick Henry is harder than ever in the fourth quarter.
Yo, man,
bro, y'all know what I mean.
The jokes right themselves.
Y'all doing too much.
Hey, listen,
go ahead, y'all take off.
That sounds like he been hanging around Diddy and them. Anyway,
that's crazy.
You've been at
Lamar Jackson,
the Rainbow Bars in Atlanta.
Lamar Jackson had 5 passing touchdowns as well. But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Man, Derrick Henry, man, that's a definition of a grown ass man right there. Hey, listen, man, guys are out there making business decisions for real. Like I seen that like at the end of the game when he had that big run touchdown. Mm-hmm. Even the one when he caught, the dude was like, bro, right before he just whipped his hand like, oh, I tried to get him, I couldn't.
Bro, and you can see Derrick like bracing for it, and he never came.
Bro, right? He didn't want no part of Derrick Henry.
It's crazy.
Nobody want to get embarrassed too. So it's like first of all, at the end of the game, everybody's tired, and then you don't want to be put on ESPN either getting stiffed on, thrown on the ground, or he running you over. So guys is just like, man, go ahead on, man, go ahead on. That's yours. You can have that. But man, hey, listen, the Ravens are they scary looking,
That's
man.
a bad team. Hey,
They scary looking, and I don't see
team.
I don't see a team that can really defend what they doing. The offensive line, when they played the Chiefs first game, the offensive line didn't play well. Right now, they had a couple games to get together, to gel together. They changed the way that they run the ball. They line it up in the pistol, and not that they're trying to run the ball from the shotgun.
Yeah, that the inside zone and all that.
Yeah.
Well,
so now and then they running him now. Like they're not really. I was gonna say something crazy, but they're not really doing that. But they running outside. I was gonna say they're not really pounding it on the inside, but
go ahead, bro. Come on, bro.
Really,
we gotta be better. You can't say that. Come on, bro. We gotta be better.
They really got that outside run zone scheme. How they running the ball, and then once he gets up on the secondary, like them dudes ain't.
Bro, if you haven't touched him within 2-3 yards of that line of scrimmage,
bro, these dudes, listen, you're gonna have a 190-pound, 200-pound corner. Or safety trying to bring down.
So you want me to fight off either a pulling 300+ pound guard, a 300-pound fullback, or Derrick Henry himself? What you want me to do?
And then what's crazy is the dude. He don't like when you see him run. He don't really look like he moving, but can't nobody catch him. They clocked him in the last game. He 21. Went up almost 22. Yeah, 21, 8, like almost 22 miles an hour. Bro. He's big. This dude. Is zooming too. He's not just a
It's crazy. And let me tell you something. First ballot. All right, let's go ahead and say it now. First ballot. Okay?
Especially listen, if he I don't hope they don't get injured or nothing. But if he continue on the track, he gonna have 2,000, bro.
Oh yeah,
he gonna get 2,000 at 30.
I think they
people
say
like, he's 30 years old. Everybody on the offseason, he's 30 years old. Back off of him. He had a down year last year, 1,400, 12 touchdowns.
And that's what I'm saying. So my thing is,
down year, 1,400.
We've never seen like, and I thought about it today, and I don't want to say this lightly, and I don't want to sound glazed either. Like Derrick Henry, like, okay, well, I guess this is my glaze for this year. It's Derrick Henry, all right. We have not seen a specimen like him, and I was like, to your point, someone with that speed, that power, because like people just bounce off of him. Like he don't even he don't go out of his way to like truck people. You just can't tackle him. You just can't do it. Okay.
And he always falls forward. Always. You never seen him take a step back.
They hit him. They hit him literally in that game. They hit him in line of scrimmage. Oh, 2nd and 4. How? What? You know what I'm saying? We just had. So what I'm saying, we haven't seen a back of his style. 6'4", 250. I can run a 4.4, and I'm gonna run through you too. Okay. And so, like you said, if they finish off this season with a Super Bowl ring, bro, like as far as like decorated running backs. I mean, we'll start having those conversations.
Yeah, he run like Eric Dickerson, man. That,
right?
He's a bad boy.
And let me tell you something. I thought, the best running back I felt like I ever saw with my eyes growing up was Adrian Peterson. This dude's something else. Okay, like AP in his prime, I remember like, whoa.
Where would you have
now imagine Adrian Peterson, but 4 inches taller and weighs about 40 more pounds. Okay.
Where would you have
at least 260.
What's his face? Lynch in your running back thing. Just quickly.
Lynch is up there too. Don't get me wrong, but I felt like as a total, like, I was like,
in my time of watching, he was probably one of the greatest running backs that I was able to watch.
AP's length.
I think he had some really good plays. I don't know, like.
So that's what I'm saying. AP's dominance was longer than Marshawn's.
Yes. Yeah.
And and again, the situation wise, like. AP was the offense in Minnesota. Like, it was him. It was nobody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
he was the last running back to win MVP.
Yeah, bro. Offense,
like running backs don't win
superhuman. Yeah. So AP was
running backs don't win MVP.
McCaffrey didn't win it. That's right.
And yeah, again, like McCaffrey's there, but again, McCaffrey had a lot of injury history, even in Carolina. So like, bar the one.
But McCaffrey's specialness is more of the catching out of the backfield more than the actual running between the tackles, which is obviously another dynamic. But I mean, there's a lot of guys that were like really shifty, but like, yeah, Adrian Peterson, Derrick Henry,
We've had a lot of good backs come through, but those ones who stand
I don't know
alone.
if you got. I don't know if you guys are old enough to be able to see Reggie Bush like in his prime, like USC Reggie, and like New Orleans Reggie.
I saw like early,
dude.
But I remember
Reggie,
more from like later, like not even later Reggie, but like more when he wasn't
like
that Reggie.
Because I grew up on the generation coming in after, so talking about like Frank Gore and what's the guy's name
good.
down in Mark Ingram and with the Saints down there and stuff like it's so weird how.
Well, Mark Ingram ain't in this. He's not in this discussion, but
big trust.
That's okay. Yeah, for real.
Or but Ray Rice, Lord have mercy.
Ray Rice was a good back, man. He obviously through his own actions, it kind of like derailed his career. But Ray Rice was nice.
I know.
He had a nice jab too.
Anyways,
Caleb,
next
are
game,
you
please.
are you serious?
We're going into our top 5 rankings.
Top 5 power rankings. We're just gonna block out what Caleb said. I don't know what Caleb's talking about.
Who's going first this week?
I'll go first.
Yeah, you haven't gone first yet.
Hold on,
I just want to hear what you got to say.
Let me just hold on. Give me 2 seconds. We gonna.
Or you want me? Okay, well, do you want me?
Oh, he's not even ready.
You want me?
Hold on. First, he ain't ready.
No, let me go first, bro. No, let me go first, bro. Hold on, bro. Hold on, Kes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
Hold on. Let me go. You ready?
We're gonna have this problem again. Okay, we about to have the same problem again.
What problem?
Why are we having a problem?
I'm not even gonna say it, but I just know. I just want to see because I know it's gonna. If you do what you, if you gonna do what you gonna do, Ethan and me gonna have a problem. Now, if you don't do it, all right, it's gonna be okay.
The 2 teams play, so
go ahead, go get your water. Go get your water.
Okay, I'm gonna go get my water.
Nah, Ethan, it ain't even about that. Ethan, look at your top 5 and think about it because he gonna do it. Watch. Top 5. All right, here we go. All right, so my reigning back-to-back number 1 team has not changed. I start off with number 1, the Detroit Lions. They stay at number 1 for me after their win over the Minnesota Vikings. This team jumping from number 4 to number 2 because, again, the game was dominant, although the score looked closer than it was. The Ravens are number 2. Because that team is scary, all right? You talked about it. You didn't use the word, but I think that team is very physical. I don't know if there's any team that's as physical as the Ravens. And again, just me. A Detroit, Baltimore Super Bowl, I'm down for that. I don't know how y'all feel about that one, but I'm down for that.
A Detroit who Super Bowl?
Ravens. Detroit Ravens.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be... Hey, listen.
That'd be a good...
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to see that. At number 3... now this team was on the cusp for me last week, and again they went in dominant fashion without their starting quarterback, the Commanders, and again they played a really bad team, but I have them at number 3, the Commanders. The defense looks like it's starting to wake up. Again, terrible team, don't get me wrong, but the offense, again, those pieces. I mean, it looks put in the backup quarterback, you still put up a lot of points. I love that. Number 4, listen, I know y'all said, "Oh, you a hater." The Packers look good, bro. Okay, all right. You just let me get to. Just let me get to.
Okay.
I got a little common sense.
You're doing good so far.
All right. The Packers look good. All right. Now again, the turnovers, I don't love it, but the team, the cohesion, you can kind of see it. The defense clicking. Those receivers, they got that foolishness out their system. Let's see what they could do. All right. And then number 5, there's a few teams that compete here, and I know there's going to be some controversy. I'm putting Buffalo. So the Chiefs are not in my top 5 power rankings, okay? Now,
all right, so that's it. Because I'm going to go back to your Week 5 list because what you just said is atrocious. The list is garbage.
This is exactly what I'm telling you last week, Ethan. And you let him slide last week. Now this week, I said,
listen. But he ain't the only one that slid. But we're not going to talk about that.
Listen, it's not even for that reason, okay? We should start grading lists. I think we should start grading it. If I grade the list, you're getting an F-. Okay?
That'd be a good idea.
That'd be a good idea. Sense, okay? Your list last week, you had the Lions at 1.
Until he hit
Hold on.
5.
His list last week, he had the Lions at 1, Texans at 2, Vikings at 3, Ravens at 4, Chiefs at 5. How in the HE double hockey stick do the Commanders make it to 3?
I was just about to say, have you lost your mind?
So we watched the Chiefs game, right? So we watched that game. Okay.
They're still undefeated. It doesn't like.
But again, there we go with the undefeated thing. There we go.
Listen,
There we go.
You can't listen. Hold on. Wait. Because you want to harp on. You want to harp on quality of wins. A win is a win. A win is a win. 6-0 is 6-0.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
I'm the one who told y'all I'm not sitting on because you're 6-0. Because last week I put the Ravens above the Chiefs. I already made this argument, so I'm not going to do it again.
So you're telling me right now? On paper or whatever? You're telling me right now the Washington Commanders are better than the Chiefs?
I'm taking them, but they play head to head today.
You're get him out of here. Get him out of here. Hey, are you serious?
If y'all can give me reasons why you think Kansas City would win today, then go ahead. Let me know. Let me know.
I got 2 words for you. Patty Mahomes. What are you talking about?
But they're not. Are they winning? So they have those 6 wins because of Pat Mahomes. They have those 6 wins. So the guy that's going to win today, the guy's going to win today is because of the guy. They haven't won any games because of him.
No.
But all of a sudden, this week, they're going to win because of the guy who leads the league. Well, they don't lead the league in interceptions, but they're going to win because of him this week.
You're telling me Patrick Mahomes wouldn't shred that defense? You're telling me Patrick Mahomes wouldn't dice that defense up? Are you out of your mind?
But Caleb, I don't see. Y'all got to stop in the name. He ain't did this season. So now... name like, oh my God, he's going to win because
Washington Commanders are one of the worst defenses in the league.
He's not playing good.
They're one of the worst defenses in the league.
Okay. Until they run into a team, a top 5 offense, let's see if they're going to stay undefeated. Let them run into a top 5 offense and see if they're undefeated.
Did they not play the Ravens?
That's what I want to know. But timeout.
That was a month and a half ago. That was a month and a half ago.
We're talking about right now. You just asked me for an example. I give you an example, then you say, "Oh, but it was a month ago." They still undefeated.
If I started the season and said the Commanders are above the Chiefs, of course I'm an idiot. We are 7 weeks into the season.
This is crazy, man. This is crazy.
What?
This is crazy.
All right, bro. Go ahead, bro. Hey, go ahead, man.
Go ahead. You go with your list.
Them drugs in the city got you.
To answer your question.
Go ahead, bro. Hey, I ain't no bro, just because his name Pat Mahomes, bro. Hey,
I don't know. Hey, and guess what? It doesn't have anything to do with Patrick Mahomes because they're actually winning in spite of Patrick Mahomes.
So
you saying
exactly?
So you're saying
now when you play a good defense,
Patrick Mahomes.
So when you play a good defense,
it has nothing to do with Patrick Mahomes because they're winning in spite of Patrick Mahomes having his worst statistical season. So you saying that don't make no sense.
Okay. So again, like I said, this ain't week 1. This ain't that Baltimore example. You keep pulling that example up. That was week 1, and we in week 7. Okay. Baltimore, that's not the same team.
And then on top of that, hold on.
Baltimore playing him right now.
Wait, let me ask you something
right now. They put him out for you.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Was Derrick Henry on the field?
Yes, he was.
Was Lamar Jackson on the field?
Yes, he was.
Okay. So what are you talking about? What are you telling me?
This is what I understand. We keep talking about week 1. This is week 7 power rankings. Well, Mother said.
Hold on.
Now he has they are undefeated. But now, so actually, since we keep on pulling up the Ravens play the Chiefs today. Y'all are taking the Chiefs today if they play today.
I'm taking them more.
I don't have a problem. Listen. It's not even about that.
Yes, it is. You keep bringing them up. It's the same players. It's the same players. It should be the same outcome, right? It should be the same outcome, right? That's what y'all telling me, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Are you serious?
It's the fact that you have the Commanders there for me. I don't know about nobody else.
Problem,
but the Commanders, that's nasty.
It's not even about where you have because we have similar lists with just different order, but it's not even about that. My problem is they're not even on your list. So don't ask me about just the Ravens. You're telling me that the Chiefs won't beat any of those teams in your top 5 to be what are you talking about?
Okay, so they play the Lions.
Listen, I don't know what the hell is going on out there, Buckhead.
They play the Lions, right?
You need to go get yourself checked. Seriously. You need to go get a brain scan. Because this is
me with this list, right? I put them on there because these 5 teams, I can give you a reason why they can beat them right now. That's why they're here.
Let me ask you. So you telling me Minnesota doesn't make it over the Washington Commanders?
Not right now.
You're telling me the Vikings aren't on your list?
But see, again, we keep moving, but they just came off a loss, so no, they're not on the list. But I feel like what you're saying, like, hey, if they came off a loss, I don't really believe in a good loss. But if you want to keep them in your top 5, bruh, I'm not going to sit here and fight you. Like, if you can find a way to keep them at 5, then go ahead, bruh.
Vikings came off a loss. The Vikings
I still don't get
3. You took them out of the list. and you replace them with the Commanders, and you drop the Chiefs, even though they won, out the list, and replace them with another team.
It
That's what
just
I'm
makes
hearing.
no
Yeah, I
sense.
did.
You're
Okay,
just it's
yeah.
just
Go ahead,
okay.
please.
And
Hey,
that's
Go
go
my
ahead.
and
ahead.
that's my
Go ahead.
problem.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
it's my turn. It's my turn. Everybody, shut the hell up. It's my turn. Okay, and that's what I'm trying to tell you guys last week, Ethan, and you let him slide. He
No,
doing all
no, watch this,
his
watch this.
logic for how he picks the teams. You getting on me for my logic
No,
by
no, no,
not
no,
putting the team
no.
on at all
Listen.
because they didn't play. But you let him slide. A team don't play and they're sliding around on the list like don't make no goddamn
No,
sense. But anyway,
Bruh.
I let it
I'm gonna start.
slide for the
I don't know
reason
if y'all
he
are
gave it.
watching
Kyle,
these
hold
games,
on,
bruh.
please. Can y'all shut up? Y'all been talking for like the past 15 minutes. I literally, the only reason why I agree with him last week is because he gave stuff as to, oh, I think that this team is better. But I do not agree with this right here, where he's saying they literally won, and this man is dropping them down like that. That
They're
just
It
makes
makes no
no
undefeated, and
sense.
he's and
It
they're
makes
not
no
on the
sense.
and not
But
on his
anyways,
list.
go ahead, Kyle.
Like,
I mean, not Kyle. Go ahead, Unc.
listen,
Go ahead.
listen, I don't know. Listen, I don't know what's going on. Listen, Kyle, you work in the hospital.
Bro,
Hey, maybe
listen,
you ask some people.
it's
Listen,
just like the
hey,
Steelers.
I need
That
it, boy.
last
My head
year,
hurt.
that last
My head
year
hurt. I
of
need a quick
of
a brain scan
Unc,
because
please
something
uh
not
don't.
going
that
right.
Unc,
that
please
last
don't.
year,
Unc, please don't.
Big Ben's career when he went and they was like 9-0 up until, and we look at that team like that team is not a
Unc,
top
please
5 team in
don't.
this league. We sitting there looking like, that's the most fraudulent 9-0 team I ever seen. Okay, now when they get their head beat in, all right, we gonna see, we gonna find out because
You
we
can
keep
say the
pulling up
same
this
thing.
week one stuff,
You
all this
you
stuff.
can
We gonna
say
see, bro. We in week
you
7,
can
bro.
say
These
the
teams are playing
same.
better than them.
You can
I don't
But
care.
say
they
Like,
the
yeah,
still
they're
same.
6-0,
but
but
they
these
Yeah,
teams
but
are not playing better
regardless
than them.
but
Okay, you
you
can't
they
say
just
still
my,
give
my
regardless. You
you
can't say regardless if you're squeaking by 8
regardless of the
games.
qual
Go ahead, man.
regardless of the quality of the win, they still won.
Okay,
Like
so when you
they
say
won.
quality, that doesn't go into like how good your
It's
team
not.
is.
It's not.
That
It's
doesn't
not
go
that the
into how good your
quality.
team is, Kay.
It's not that the quality doesn't matter,
Okay, that's
right?
not an aspect of how
But
good your team is, like
but
as far as the power ranking.
it is. Trust
Okay,
me, it is.
right.
But to not have them in your top 5 is crazy
Okay, I
because
feel you.
undefeated is still
but he's
undefeated.
talking
Hey,
about
I understand. But listen, they are
but he's talking about a Steeler team. Did that Steeler team have the renowned best player in the world on their team? No, they did not. Okay. All right.
see, there
Listen,
we go. We're going back to the name.
listen,
If we put Geno Smith or we
listen,
put Andy Dalton, this guy, that's
listen,
the worst quarterback in the
listen.
league.
Kyle,
And
you're
we put
literally
that
Kyle,
name on those
Kyle,
stats, bro. Come
Kyle,
on, bro.
Kyle,
Come on,
Kyle,
bro.
you're
Kyle. At the end of
contradicting.
the day,
This isn't the
at the
beginning
end
of the
of the
season no
day,
more.
everybody,
This
listen.
isn't
At
the
the
beginning
end
of
of
the
the
season no
day,
more.
at the end of the day, one thing you cannot refute, even though he's been playing poorly, and you talking about him and all that. Everybody know who the best player in the NFL is. Don't get that.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay,
what
All
I'm
right
don't
saying.
then.
get it.
You're
Okay.
literally
Okay.
Right.
contradicting
Okay.
yourself.
I don't
Do you
care what you're
realize that?
talking about.
Hold on. Do
Okay,
you realize
because
that
guess what?
last
At the end
year?
of that game, when he had to make a play, he had a 40-yard run down the sideline, and he got a
Oh,
touchdown to win the game. I don't want to hear nothing
the
about.
game when
I
he
don't want
was
to hear nothing about.
the
We all
tampering when
know.
he need to step out of bounds, but yeah, okay,
We
come
all
on, bro,
know.
come
We
on,
all
man,
know.
Kyle, you're
Unilaterally,
literally
come on,
who the best player in the
contradicting
NFL
yourself.
is. So stop your fuck.
come
Last year,
on,
the
man,
Ravens had better statistics than this year, and people are still calling them whatever. And guess what? They still lost to the Chiefs. So I don't I don't know what you're trying to
bro.
make, but
Again, keeping
go
this in
ahead,
No,
Unc.
no,
context,
it's
we're
cool.
week
No,
Go ahead,
seven
hey,
Unc.
power rankings. You talking about
ain't no
last year?
context. Hey,
What
ain't
you
no
mean, bro?
context. This,
Week seven power rankings.
hey, Ethan,
But let's go.
this
Come
is gonna
on,
age
man.
so horribly, and we're gonna bring this up week after week.
How
I'm
is it
gonna
gonna
play this clip
how,
week
how is
after
it gonna
week after
age
week.
poorly if your list is fluid? So
Unc, just
half
hear
of the teams
list.
on your
Just
list
hear
right now
list.
might not be
Just
on
hear
it at the end of the
list.
season. How is it gonna
Just
age
hear
Listen,
poorly?
it don't
list.
matter.
How's it gonna
It
age
don't
poorly?
matter.
They are
You
not a
are
top
you are
5
not
Just
team
allowed.
hear
through
Listen,
week
list.
7.
hey,
After
Let's
week
hey,
go.
hey,
7, they are
Next
not a
list.
top 5
Next
team.
hey,
list.
Okay,
listen,
I'm
Next
hey,
putting
list.
the
listen,
mute
and
there,
listen.
come
I
Mike.
want
on,
to
Just
put
bro.
say the
that out
game,
there.
man.
Come on,
Hey, I
bro.
want to
Just
put it
say
out
the
there.
list,
Next
please.
segment.
Come
Hey,
on,
Next
I
bro.
want to
segment.
put
Hold
it
on.
out there
The
for a
list is
vote.
fluid, like you said.
Listen, I want to
No.
put it out there for a vote
What you
that
mean,
Kyle
though? Bruh,
Ferguson
half the teams in
should
the top
not be
5 right now
allowed
might not
to
be
make
top
a
5 at the end of
Power
the
Five
season.
list
Come
for
on,
the
bro.
rest of the season.
Come on, man.
I vote.
Y'all need to
That
stop
is
it.
absolutely
Y'all need to
I
ASA
stop
say
it.
9,
okay.
ASA 10,
You need to
ASA
stop it.
11,
Okay,
ASA 12, ASA goddamn
We
infinity.
got teams
That is the
playing
absolute
fantastic
most
on
absurd
offense.
thing I've ever
We got
heard in my
teams
life.
playing fantastic
Bro,
offense and
hold on.
defense.
Okay, hold on.
That
Wait,
offense
wait.
is
Hold
running
on.
in mud. Come on, bro.
People.
Goodness
We
gracious.
pushing on 2 hours. Come on, y'all.
Hey, listen,
Hold on.
Nah,
every week.
I can scream at you all night, bro, because it's hot, bro.
Every week, Ethan come on here and say, "Oh, this is the worst thing I've ever seen." Listen, that That is absolutely the worst goddamn take I've ever heard in my god. life.
Okay.
You're telling me in my
Okay.
41 years, an undefeated team is not a top 5?
Yeah.
Can
Is
I ask?
absolute with the
Hey,
best player.
unprecedented.
With
Unprecedented.
the
Bro,
number one defense in the
Unprecedented.
ain't
NFL
no point.
and the best
We
I
team
just
and the
tried.
wanted him to
best
give a
players.
letter ranking. That's it. That's all
Unprecedented.
I wanted to do. Give a ranking, give a letter ranking, and move on to your
Unprecedented.
A
list.
grade. Give a grade.
Give a
Okay,
grade.
For
my
me, it's
grade.
an F
Okay,
minus. For me,
all right, all right.
F minus.
Unprecedented.
Hey, listen, that's not even that grade is not even on the scale. I don't even have that on
Okay,
my
now say
Now,
your
like.
list.
now,
Now say
That's
your
the
list.
worst I've ever heard in my
Say
life.
your list.
Okay,
Say your
Bro,
list.
Ethan,
like
what's
I
your ranking?
said,
I mean,
that's
what's
the
your
Give it
grade?
an
infinity.
F minus.
Okay,
Go ahead.
like that's just complete.
Go ahead, please.
Oh, hold
Go
on, let
ahead
me
with
get
your.
my. Give me a second. Let me breathe a second because that got me hot.
Oh
Okay,
my
give me a
goodness,
second.
man.
Let me compose my thoughts.
All right.
Okay, guys, now for the best list. After that trash ass list, listen. Anyway, let me not get off track.
no, go ahead.
I'm gonna stay focused. Okay, my honorable
I
mention.
got so much editing to do. Oh my gosh.
Listen, my honorable mention, and you keep cutting me off, so this is another 30 seconds you
Oh
have to
my
clip
goodness.
out.
Go ahead, please.
My honorable mention, the Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings, okay, they lost last week in a good game. Everybody played well. They played a really good team. I still like what the Vikings are doing. I like that defense. Sam Darnold had an off day. He is starting to like revert back a little bit closer to Sam Darnold that we know, but he's also played very well at the same time. I think he made himself a lot of money. Everybody talking about maybe a possible trade. We'll see what's going on with that. But my number 6 and my honorable mention from my list, the Minnesota Vikings. At number 5, okay, I got them Washington Commanders. Okay, yes, they played the woeful, the atrocious, the awful Carolina Panthers. But without their starting quarterback, they beat them down, and that goes to show not only how terrible the Panthers are,
Oh my
but how
God.
good that the rest of that team is, and the Commanders. They play very, very well. I got them at number 5. At number 4, I got them Cheeseheads, the Green Bay Packers. Okay, I got them at number 4. Okay, everybody know how I feel about Jordan Love. I ain't gonna glaze him too much. He out there playing out of his mind. Like Kyle said, he too much turnovers for me, for my liking, too much interceptions. He got to protect the ball better, but he's scoring touchdowns, he's throwing touchdowns. So, you got to love it. Okay. At number 3, I have those Ravens.
Oh, hey, yo.
I got the Ravens.
That sounded
Okay.
really, real
Hey.
crazy. Bro.
I got the Ravens at 3. I can't. It was between the Ravens and the Lions. I was like, but I'm gonna have the Ravens here if they continue to play the way that they've been playing. I just love the way they play. Defensively, they got some issues. Okay, that offense looks really good. Defensively, they got some issues. So that's why I put the Detroit Lions over them, which is my number 2 pick. The Detroit Lions. They're probably the most complete team in the NFL to me. They just have to prove it on a daily basis. Jared Goff is playing out of his mind. Obviously they lost their best defensive player. So you expect that defense is going to fall back a little bit. They're not going to be able to get those quarterback pressures. But I got them at the number 2 and most complete team in the NFL. But at number 1 is the undefeated Chiefs.
Right.
I already said what I have to say about them. I think it's atrocious to not have them on your list, regardless of the fact that, and I understand what Kyle's saying. Years past, when you see, Philadelphia last year with, they were at some point 9-0 or 10-0. We were like, they're 10-0, but they don't really look that good. And the years past with the Steelers, and there was 9-0, and they're like, we don't really look that good. But we can't say that about these Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes don't look that good, but the Chiefs look very good. The defense is number 1 defense in the country. Everybody knows that Patrick Mahomes, he has to play better. He has more interceptions than touchdowns. But when we look at the overall team, we're not just looking at players. Okay, we're looking at the overall team, which is what this power ranking is. Okay, I think right now the best team in football is the Lions. But on my power rankings, I can't put them above an undefeated team You already know my rules.
I think that's our
That is what it
interpretation of
is.
that. Because like I feel like you saying that statement don't make sense. But I think that's our interpretation of power ranking. Because like for you to say, what you just say, just to make sure.
Oh, we
Say what
made
you
that
said
clear
again.
last. We made that clear
Yeah,
last
I
week.
made it clear last week. I think the best team in the NFL right now that can win a championship. If I had a vote to say who I thought would be in the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl would be the Detroit Lions.
So,
but I cannot put them above an undefeated Chiefs team with that number one defense and that bad man. We all know
so
what 15 represents.
So what's the difference? Like, I don't know. I get again. That's obviously that's where like we differ in our like interpretation of it. But like, what's the difference between say again the best team like that we know we're watching football and we like that is the best team in the NFL, and then again the power ranking aspect of like yes they have the best player in the league, they have one of the best defense in the league, but again like one side of the ball as a whole is not good, right? So like, what's the difference for you?
But like I said,
he's
when I
taking
look
record
at it
into account as well.
Yeah. So like I said, I
team.
look at it holistically.
Okay.
Right. Yes, I'm looking at how they play, but you cannot get around the fact that they're undefeated. Like you can't get around that. I can't get around it. Like I understand what you're saying. And you're saying, when I look at the tape on the field, this team looks better than this team.
They don't pass the eye test. Right. I get that.
But, I get it. But this team is also undefeated.
I feel you.
And
I guess
it's not like they've had, it would be different if they had fraudulent wins. Like, they only played the Panthers and the Titans and the bottom feeder teams. They played the good teams. And yes, even though it was week 1 or whatever, they still beat those teams. But the teams that look good now, they still beat those teams. So you can't say, but that was a month ago. It doesn't matter. They still beat
I think you can.
You can only play. Listen, you can only play who's in front of you. I played y'all. Y'all didn't have y'all together. It was week 1. We beat y'all ass. I'm still undefeated. There's no way in my realm of how my brain functions that I can put a team and it exactly fits into when we talk about the NCAA. Like a team that's undefeated versus a team with a 1 loss and ranked higher. Like that doesn't make. I don't care about that. Listen, yes, eye test is important. I include record, but when your record is undefeated, like it's difference between like a 1-loss team and a 2-loss team. Then I go closer to which team looks better. But ultimately, at the end of the day, when a team is undefeated in the NFL and they go week after week, even though their best player isn't playing well and they're continuing to find ways to win, that's even more scarier to me, to be honest. You're trying to tell me you're winning games and your best player ain't playing well. So what happened when he started playing well?
Yeah.
Then they're gonna be a real problem.
So what's
that's why week to week. That's why
I
would that's why like from week to week, like they could be an honorable mention for me now. But that like again, that's why I wasn't like I'm more of like I'm just sitting here watching football. So like again, I maybe I do need to incorporate the record more. But I'm just sitting here watching the game. I'm like, these teams are going out, especially now, going out and winning in dominant fashion, right? And again, the Ravens, you say in your brain, it doesn't work like we beat them is week 1. In my brain, I'm like, well, that Ravens team that just played yesterday is not the same Ravens team for week 1. So although, we see it on, like, I'm not saying either side is right. I'm just saying we see it on 2 different sides of the football, which I respect and understand. But yeah, like I said, maybe I need to take record more into account, but I'm more of like let me like watch this game and see.
That's what I'm saying. It's not the end all be all, but like I said, it's not the end all be all. But when you're talking about undefeated,
I feel you. It holds weight for y'all. I got you. All right.
Okay. What's the
one more
that we're getting?
So one more time, just so we got it clear. 5 Commanders, 4 Green Bay. I had the Ravens, Detroit Lions, Chiefs.
You only took the Texans out of your list from last week. Everybody else literally stayed the same. The only person that placed that flip was Ravens 3, Chiefs 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Go ahead. Who you want to go, Ethan? Go
ahead. That list I would give like a B+.
That's an A+ list. Come on, knock it off.
I give a B+.
Okay,
Caleb,
that's A-.
Thank you.
No, that was a good list. Again,
I'll
on that,
bump it up to A-. The only one I And then it could be close. The only way I disagree with is the Commanders. It could be close, but
Now you said
that's it.
Ethan. We'll go to your list. Unc, why was the Ravens? You said it. Why did you have the Lions over the Ravens?
Because the Detroit Lions look better.
Yeah,
The
because
defense.
I
The
just
defense is
the
spotty
the
on their
Ravens
end.
defense got some
okay.
issues.
Okay.
Yeah, their offense is really good.
And with the
Their
defense, it's always late game too. It's late game stuff. This is going back years too. Like this isn't just a this season thing.
and even in special teams because Tucker isn't. He used to be number one.
He's not. Not no more.
But he missing kicks.
A little
and,
shaky.
like,
Yeah.
So
Taylor, you want to go or?
So at 1, I have them Kansas City Chiefs. At 2, I have the Detroit Lions. At 3, the Baltimore Ravens. At 4, I have the Packers. And at 5, I have the Minnesota Vikings. And my honorable mention for this week was the Washington Commanders. Because even though it was a good game, it's still the Panthers. Come on, man. Let's not blow that out of proportion.
But they play without their starting quarterback.
I understand that. I get it.
It's like the consistency. Like they kept it.
But
so we had the exact same list except for the Commanders and the Vikings.
Right. I understand it, but at the same time, that Panthers team would probably lose to the best team in college football right now. That's how bad they are. So
okay, Ethan,
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay, let's not have that.
I wouldn't go that far.
So I mean,
right, what's your letter grade for him? What will we giving him?
That's
I give him an A-.
I give you a B+ only because I'm like, do you trust what's the Sam Darnold?
Jaden.
You trust Sam Darnold to go back more to regular Sam Darnold we know, or the Commanders to be more consistent once Jaden Daniels come back? That's my only thing. That's why I'd have them over Minnesota. But, that's cool.
And that's why they were fifth on my list.
I mean, that's fair. That's
the
fair.
Sam Darnold,
because we don't know. We don't know him. He could go right back to being what we knew him to be.
He can, but as far
we don't know.
Seen,
but the list is fluid, and from what I've seen so far,
well, I tried to say list is fluid, but All right,
I didn't say absolute foolishness.
Anyways, so my honorable mention.
Maybe spit my water out.
My honorable mention at 6 is the
Buffalo Bills. Whoa. Hey, yo, what the? Oh, hey, come on, Caleb. I know you've seen that, bro. Come on, man.
Listen, man.
What is going on, Brett?
Y'all got me parched this episode.
Bro, you ain't had no water, never, bro. You ain't never touched no water,
that boy was using the lips.
That boy working them throat muscles. Hold on, Brett.
Whoa. Can we stay focused, please?
Hold on. Go ahead.
Hey, let me tell you something. I don't use my throat muscles for nothing. My throat muscles looser than Ethan's neck.
That shouldn't. I
don't know. Is that a good thing? Is that a good thing? I don't know.
You would have strong throat muscles if you used them.
Oh,
right. You have weak muscles if you don't use them.
This is getting cut out. I can't stand it.
No, you gotta leave it in.
You gotta leave it in. Human anatomy. Hey, in the comments, if you use your throat a lot, it's your throat.
My throat muscles is looser than Ethan's neck.
Well, Ethan, there you go right there. There you go right there. There you go. There you go.
Anyways, I'm gonna go with
in the chat.
They relax.
That's it. Hey, in the chat, let us know. Tight or loose throat muscles? Just which one? I don't know what you want, bro.
Hey, host, get us back on track.
Ethan. Top five. Go ahead, top 5. And keep your throat loose, I guess. All right, come on. Yo. Hey, come on, bro. Hey, come on.
Ethan,
come on, bro. What's your list, bro?
Serious neck injury that I had to go to physical therapy for at the expense of my name. Like,
Ethan, you shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that.
Hey, E feel a certain type of way. Listen, E.
Listen, my neck actually
you don't
hurt.
Understand the pain that I've been through for like the past 3 months.
Ethan, stop while you're ahead. Just stop while you're ahead. We're sorry. Go ahead with your list, bro. Go ahead with your list. K, hey, K, you need to autofocus, bro. Your camera blurry.
Hey, K, put that big black head up there.
Okay, put that black grizzly black hand up there. Come on. Hey, come on. Hey, bro, my face.
There go that big black hand. Oh, that made me cry last week. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, the big black hand comment. That's just funny.
Well, you said it so like, oh yeah, go ahead, just put that big black hand up there.
Okay, come on. There we go. All right, you good. You good. All right, Ethan. I don't know what you looking at. Come on with your top 5, bro. If I say something else crazy, bro, come on. You just sitting there looking at me, bro, giving me a chance to say something. Come on.
No,
Come on.
my stomach hurt.
Come on. Hey, come
We're all the
on.
way off the rails.
I'm trying.
Oh,
I'm trying. Ethan just sitting there looking at me still, bro. Ethan, come on, man. Say something, bro.
Bro,
Oh
y'all
my
need to get it
goodness.
together. Like I'm not
Bruh,
about to
you
just
sit.
sit
I
here.
literally thought your screen was frozen, bro. You just looking at me. Come on. Bruh.
And he's still laughing. Like y'all got a case of the laughters? What is wrong with y'all?
Bro, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's all right. It's okay. All right.
Anyways,
Ethan, go ahead, man.
at number 6, or honorable.
Bruh, I don't, hey. All right, hold
Hold
on.
on. I gotta turn my camera on.
Hey, bro, Caleb, is the mic? Yo, bro, what is you doing with the mic,
bro,
bro?
I'm trying.
Bro,
Bro, I'm trying.
Okay,
You
okay.
can't be trying.
Back up off the mic, bro. Yo,
Hold on.
Ethan, go now, bro. You keep waiting. Say your list right now.
Okay,
All right.
I'm back focused.
So Kyle, you gave him a B plus. I gave him an A minus. I gave him the same thing, A minus. Honorable mention for me is at 6, I guess would be the Bills. That's my honorable mention.
Okay.
Um,
I
at
mean, I
five,
kind of like that because, ahead of myself. But go ahead.
at 5, I have the Packers. At 4, I have the Vikings. At 3, I have the Ravens. At 2, I have the Lions, and 1, I have the Chiefs.
And you have the Vikings at 4?
Yes.
All right. See, now again, me personally, right? I'm like, even coming off a loss,
So
if
the
you,
Commander's not on your list.
No. They weren't on my list last week either, so it's not like I'm not staying consistent with this.
no,
Which
Last
is
week,
crazy.
last
That's
week,
even that's even nastier.
but
my
see,
list
but is
was
it?
What is their record? Are they 5-1?
they're 5-2, but so are the Bills. That
But me, I'm saying, isn't
What
this?
team looks better? What team looks better? But just eye test.
I
What
mean,
team looks better
with
to you?
me, I trust the Bill. That's me. That's just me.
No, that's not
So
the
the
point.
Bills. No, I'm talking
No,
about overall team. The
no.
overall team Bills look better. You remember the 2 weeks when they lost 2 in a row? How nasty they look.
But I'm talking about.
Have the Washington Commanders had a game where you're like, wow, they look awful.
No, but I'm also taking into consideration what just happened. That's the only reason I literally switched it
What are
when
you talking about?
the injury that
What just
happened.
happened?
Come
Oh,
on.
okay.
I mean,
Bro,
all
you
right,
literally
man.
just
I
said
mean,
I mean,
Marcus
that has to be
Mariota's
a factor
starting.
in power rankings. That has
homie,
to be
That
but
affects it.
y'all,
I
okay.
put that at a B minus. That's a
Okay,
B minus for
I
me.
guess, bro. Because y'all, I mean, we was just projecting earlier about certain people not going to be playing the same and all this stuff. Like, what
And
now? Injury?
I still
What?
have the Vikings was number 1 on my list for a minute.
But this list is not for moving forward. This is for up to week
That's what I'm
7.
saying,
So
bro. So like this whole
you can't
yeah,
say like I changed
Even
them because the guy got injured. You're talking about moving forward. Then
even
like
up
based on their play from week 7. Like,
even up to week 7, I would still I would still have the Bills. That's me.
all right.
I watched the Bills a lot. I would still have the Bills, even
My
though they
complaints
had
more with the Vikings at 4, but I feel you.
they have one loss. I had them at 1. I'm
Hmm
not just gonna drop them out of the top 5 like
I
you
didn't say
would with the
necessarily. No,
Chiefs.
I didn't say. Ethan already said earlier if they would have still been in your top 5,
hold
I
on.
was
Where did
okay
you
with
have the
that.
Bills? Where did you have the Bills?
No, they
5.
were the honorable mention. They weren't
they
on the
were
list.
honorable mention. They
The
weren't on this
Bills were
list.
honorable mention, and Green Bay was where?
5.
They're 5.
Oh,
Okay.
oh,
All right.
what? Oh,
Okay.
dude, this whole time I thought you
Yeah.
had the
But I'm
Bills at 5.
saying
Yeah.
that
No,
I
they.
have the
No,
Vikings
y'all
at
were.
4 because they beat them head to head a week ago, or however long ago that was. That's the only reason why I have them really at 5. It's not like the Vikings played terrible. They lost the Lions,
I don't
yes,
know.
but
Again, it's the again. I feel
the
you.
team from top
Yes,
to
they beat
bottom.
them head to head, right? But hey, week 7, brother. I feel you though. I mean, like again, I'm not gonna nigga and pick because I told you they was number 1 for you. Like I'm not gonna say drop them out of it. If they was at 5, Like, oh, okay. But I mean, hey, I'm not
No,
gonna nitpick.
they were in the top two. They were with me. It was Chiefs
Yeah,
Vikings, Chiefs
Yeah,
Vikings.
the
dude.
Bills.
One loss for them in that game is not like I'm saying. It's not going to sway
The
me that
Bills is
much.
probably for me.
But where
For
would
me,
you
the
want me to
Bills
put
is
the Vikings?
for me. The Bills is probably the 7th or 8th team for me. Like for me, even like if you tell me, okay, everybody comes back in San Francisco, obviously except for IU because he's out done for the year. Everybody else comes back. I take them over the Bills too. Like I'm moving forward. You know what I'm
Who?
saying? Like
Yeah, but that just hasn't been the case.
the 49ers.
In fact, they have a losing record right now. That
Like
just hasn't even been the case. So
no, but I'm just saying like how the team looks to me. Like I'm not talking about record. I'm just talking about like, and that's what I'm trying to explain. Like I take both things into consideration, like the
Because
record and like
well,
my eye. Like
I was going to say that would have been a good example. Because I'm saying, let's just say Kittle,
like
Debo.
I tell y'all for example, quick. Sorry, cut you off, Kyle. Like the Cardinals don't have a good record, but to my eye when I see them play, I like how they play. They just can't finish and win games, but they look good to me. To me.
I was going to say, and I think the 49ers would be a better example. Although, if given what you're saying, but I'm saying if Kittle, Debo, and let's just say a miracle happened, and CMC played next week, and they look like, let's say they played like what they did in the playoffs or back into the season last year to get to the Super Bowl. Obviously, their record is they're gonna be because they what are they 3-4?
they would be at
They're
500.
3-4,
So
so they'll
they'd
be
be at
4-4.
500, but all of us would know like that's a top 10,
Yeah.
top 5 team.
Mhm.
Okay, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. So like
But
that's
I
why. And
wouldn't put
again,
them there
you guys
like that.
obviously, but I'm just saying from the eye test point where I'm
From the
at,
eye test
we
is what you're
know
saying. Yeah.
what this team talking about. Okay, we know what that team is. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
But that can be
Um,
this. That can, anyways.
what? I'm just go ahead because I'm saying like that team. Let's just say all those people came back. They 4-4. They could beat the
The
best team in the
same thing
league with
that
that
you're
team
saying.
at 4-4. That's what I'm saying, or
The
3-4.
same thing that you're saying for them could apply for the Ravens when you're talking about Ravens and Chiefs. The same thing could be applied. That's all I
In
was
what
gonna say.
way? I think
That
it would be because
that
they lost the first time.
the
I feel
eye
like they
test
beat them this time
the
if they
eye
played again.
test has been like, oh wow, like this is that's a team to be reckoned with, whatever it is. But
Uh
we
huh.
all know that you still ain't. It's a very low chance that you're still gonna beat that team. That is the Chiefs.
I don't know
Like I
if low
said,
chance
you don't
is
want to
a
you don't want to
which.
bring in last year. That's fine. But last year going into the playoffs, everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, this Ravens team is different.
Bro, how can you
Defense was
say it's a
playing better
low
last."
chance to beat them this year? How can you say that? Like what?
I listen statistically, and if you're looking at it, last year's defense the Ravens had so far, anyways, was better than now, and even
Ethan, I get all
offensively.
that, but this is a
I'm
new
coming.
year. Okay.
Hold on, I understand that, but you could say that this is a new year, but it's the same thing that happens every year. It's the same hype. It's the same. Oh, they're good, and then when they get to the playoffs, somehow they magically fail against that
Okay.
guy.
I don't know. They didn't have a 2,000-yard rusher last year. How about that?
Okay,
So
that ain't
hey,
gonna
that is
change
our
nothing.
top 5. Hey, my brother, if that's what you believe it. You say they don't got no chance to beat Kansas City. All right, bro.
I still don't
Uh,
see nobody
that
beating them.
that is our top 5 power rankings going this week. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna do our top 5. Not top 5. We're gonna do our
We're
quick
gonna do our
picks.
picks.
Quick picks for
Quick.
next week, and then I got just a few stories for you. I had a bunch, but I chopped it down. We're just gonna do quick touches on it, and then I will wrap up the show. Sound good?
Yeah.
All
Thought we
right.
do it
So
on
hey,
corner.
Yeah.
okay. Here we go. Thursday night football. Minnesota at the Rams. I think we can fair say we got a sweep
Minnesota
Minnesota.
Rams.
Minnesota.
Yeah. Give me Minnesota.
Rams.
Everyone's going Minnesota.
Oh boy, I wanted to pick the Rams, but
Go ahead.
I'll
Go
pick
ahead. Do whatever
Minnesota.
you want to do.
Ain't nobody stopping you.
No. I'll pick Minnesota
Go ahead
because of
on.
their defense.
Ain't nobody stopping you.
Hey, E, don't forget to put our this week. Put our
I'll put the
records out
grand
on the.
total. Yeah,
Here we
you
go.
said
Atlanta is
Minnesota.
at
Okay.
Tampa Bay. Atlanta's a 2.5-point favorite. I mean, like you with the Dolphins, I'm going Atlanta the rest of the season. So, Atlanta.
Atlanta at Tampa Bay. I'm gonna go Atlanta too.
It's
I
gonna be.
haven't picked
I want to see how
Atlanta.
they adjust without their 2 top
Yeah,
receivers.
yeah.
I
I
actually
haven't
got to see
picked
that.
Atlanta all season, but I can't go Tampa Bay because of all the injuries and stuff.
And I will
You
say,
lose your
Atlanta.
as a resident Falcons fan, this would be the game that I would actually pick against stuff if I was in my right mind, because this is the game we would lose. But I'm going Atlanta. All right, go ahead.
I just feel it in my bones.
Yeah, I feel it too. I do too.
I'm going Atlanta though. I said
Right.
I have to wait till
Ain't a doubt in my mind.
I said I had to
Yeah,
wait till
give me
keep,
Atlanta.
Keep that in there,
we'll
Ethan.
see.
But there's a lot of doubt to cut that out. All right.
Ethan, go ahead, make your pick,
I
E.
said Atlanta. Come on.
Oh,
All right. Cool.
yeah, I want to have it on tape.
Yeah.
You're gonna say, no, I didn't pick it. No, I want it all on tape.
Uh,
Clear, say it with your chest,
Cardinals.
with your strong throat.
There we go.
Okay, okay, all right.
Cardinals at Miami. I'm going Cardinals.
Hey, man, Tua's back.
Oh, he's playing.
I'm gonna ride with my team.
Hey, they
Man.
are a 3-point favorite. Actually, the Dolphins are a
I'm
3-point
going.
favorite.
So are you going with the
Give me-
Cardinals
give
or
me
Dolphins?
Kyler
Which one are
Murray.
you doing?
Give me
That's
Kyler.
crazy.
Give
Which
me
one
Dolphins.
are you going with?
I can't with cranium.
Cardinals.
I'm
Can
gonna
you
go
answer the
Cardinals because
question?
he scared me, bro.
Oh
He
my
scared me.
goodness.
Give me the Cardinals.
Anything.
He's gonna get his brains knocked loose, and you over here picking.
That's what I'm saying.
Dang, bro.
That
Dang.
man Tua head is just wet cement.
Yo, are you even worried about this dude's health, bro? My goodness.
I'm worried
Also,
about his health.
clearly he not worried about his health.
Talking about
Clearly.
Ethan, picks. Ethan, we're talking picks. We're talking picks. We're talking picks. Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns. Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns.
Give me them birds. Give me them birds over the streets. Let's go.
Sweet.
Ravens by 40. All right. The Colts. Okay. The Colts at the Texans. This dude's still talking. Like, what is he saying?
Hey, listen, man. He a grown ass man. Let him make his own decision.
Make your own decision.
Colts at the Texans. I'm going Texans.
You wanna live your life?
I'm going Texans
shaking for the rest of his life. That ain't gonna be funny.
Hey, but listen, that's a decision that he made, knowing the risk. Like like, my thing is like what people.
Hold on, Kyle.
I know we're doing quick picks, but I gotta
It's in my topics. It's in my topics. Come on, man.
All right.
Come on, man.
Just including your Uggs corner.
Come on, man. All right, here we go. The Colts at Texans. I'm going Texans.
Colts, Texans. Give me
Man, I
Texans.
wish Joe Flacco was playing, man.
Yo, are you going to get off this dude's nuts, bro?
boy.
What's wrong with you?
Because he's trash with the Texans.
Every time he says something,
Texans, but the Colts.
Flacco. Like, bro, relax, bro.
He's a
Who
better
do you want,
fit
man?
quarterback.
Who do you want?
Who do you want? Unfortunately.
Okay. The Green Bay Packers at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Give me them, the Green Bay Packers.
Give me, brother love.
Where are they playing?
Spicy
at Jacksonville.
Packers, baby. Give me the Packers.
Jacksonville can't fill up that stadium no more, so I'm cool. You know, the Cheeseheads travel. Plus, it's warm weather. Don't do this, bro.
I can't.
Don't do
I
that.
can't.
Don't do that.
I
Don't do
can't.
that.
I can't.
Not on that.
I can't
Not on that sword. Do not. No, you're not.
Yeah, no, I can't. Give me the Packers.
It was a sweep. That's a sweep, right? Yeah. I think was that like 4 sweeps already? All right. Hey, we about to have another one. The Tennessee Titans at the Detroit Lions. What a sec.
Give me the Lions.
Yeah.
Let's
Come
go.
on, man. Come on, man.
Okay.
Come on, man.
The New York Jets at the New England Patriots.
Give me the Jets.
Give me the Jets.
Yeah,
I mean that's not
Patriots
really...
are trending down right now. Yeah, give me the Jets.
Yeah.
Ethan,
I don't hear Ethan making no picks.
Like,
He's just writing stuff down.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you do? You see?
I need your picks. I need your picks on tape.
Bro, I said the Packers were picking the Lions. Like, why is that even a question? And I'm picking the Jets. When have I ever picked against the Jets?
I need it on tape.
It's the Jets, man. Come on.
Listen,
all right, this one we may get a
and
split,
I'm writing
but
in pen,
might
so
not.
nothing can be switched.
You could just write on another piece of paper.
You could just change
Why-
the whole.
why-
This dude would be a horrible lawyer, bro. Like this dude, like a public
Look at the
defender.
evidence. It's in pen. Come on. What? So you can't write the whole thing over?
Why would I write it over?
Because you want to be right.
The Philadelphia Eagles are at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's a 2.5-point favorite.
Eagles, Cincinnati. Who's at home? Who's the home team?
Cincy.
Yeah, give me the Bengals.
Give me Bengals.
Give me Joe Burrow.
I'm gonna go Bengals.
Give me Joe Burrow.
They gotta win. They have to win.
That's the thing. And hey, and again, since we're like going to last season stuff, the last 2-3 years, Joe Burrow been hot October and November. Statistically, like it's unbelievable. Yeah. So I am going Mr. Joe Burrow.
Yeah, give me the Bengals.
Uh,
Ethan didn't pick again.
Yes, he did.
Yes.
He literally said his pick first.
Hurry, just go on
I
to the
didn't
next
hear
game,
it.
Keeping
man. Y'all
track.
start
I'm
I
keeping
didn't.
pissing me
track.
off.
He
Go
said
to
I
he
the
didn't
said
next
the
hear
game,
it.
please.
Bengals.
we're
He
just
said the
watching
Bengals.
his the road. What?
Okay, come on. Come on.
New Orleans at the LA Chargers. Uh, um, I don't think that Derek Carr is playing because the Chargers are a 7-point favorite. So
Give me them Chargers.
I'm gonna go the Chargers. I'm going Chargers
Listen,
because I don't think Derek Carr is playing. So
uh,
I got the
you need to
Chargers.
stop playing around and relax your throat.
Are you picking the Chargers or are you picking the Saints? Which one are you doing?
Is Derek Carr playing?
I don't
Or the
think so.
caveat.
No,
I don't
No,
think
he's
so.
not playing.
I just told you the line. The line is 7 for Chargers. So no,
That's I don't trust the Chargers at all.
that's fair. That's fair. This could be Spencer Mahomes
Hey,
Rattler.
spicy pick of the week. Give me the Rattler.
It will be. So it will be spicy. All right, for sure. All right.
I like the Chargers.
Buffalo. Buffalo's going out west.
Who's Ethan picking?
I
Chargers?
literally said the
Chargers.
You're not listening.
Okay. All right.
Buffalo goes out to Seattle for the 405 time slot. Give me
Buffalo, Seattle.
Who's at home?
is DK gonna play?
Seattle.
Give me Buffalo.
Yeah, give me Buffalo. I didn't even think about that. Give me Buffalo.
I don't like that Buffalo secondary.
I was gonna say I'm not confident in it, but if DK not playing, I mean,
yeah, but they're gonna be able to run the ball.
Even if DK was playing, it don't matter. Come on now. What are we picking? Bills or Seahawks?
We'll just do this.
Ethan, who you got?
I got the Bills.
He said the Bills.
And you got Kyle. Who you got?
I picked Buffalo too. I don't feel confident in it, but
so y'all all got Buffalo.
Yeah,
I got the Bills.
Looking like I'm gonna have 2 spicy picks of the week, baby. Let me go to give me them Hawks.
I don't know if that's spicy as the Rattler pick, but I feel you.
I don't trust that Buffalo secondary at all.
Chicago is going to Washington to play the Commanders. The line is
he playing?
Give me the Bears.
Is Jaden playing?
Give me the Bears.
All indications say yes, based on today's reports.
Well, hold on.
That's what I'm saying. If he playing, I'm going Commanders. If he not playing, I'm not going Commanders.
Well, you gotta lock it in. And you know what? Give me the Bears. Give me the Bears. I'm gonna stand on
Hey,
that.
listen, this is gonna be a game time decision for me, choice. And when we go further on in the week, if he plays, I have the Commanders. If he doesn't play, I'm gonna do it before the game start. If Jaden McDaniel plays, I'm going Commanders. If he doesn't play, then give me the
So he's questionable. He's week to week. They say he's in good spirits, but it won't be determined until potentially a game time decision.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Chicago because if he's a game time decision and he does still decide to play, those rib injuries again, how he plays, I don't love that. So I'm gonna go Bears regardless. I feel like they'd be better off sitting him out this week, considering they got off to a hot start. Like you have a game here.
Yeah, but you can't give wins away though.
But
if he's good enough to play,
hey, I don't know.
He should play.
But you know how the rib injuries go. That's not something that ain't something that.
Especially, well, they'll probably shoot it up and then they'll put some extra padding in there.
Listen, if I'm a Washington Commanders fan, this is not RG3 all over again. But in a sense, that kid is frail. Okay, like he not built compact like a lot of these quarterbacks are. Like me, I feel you though. Expectation wise, we're not supposed to be here even this far. So that's why I feel you though. You don't want to give away games, but so yeah, I'm going Chicago. Oh, you going Commanders?
Yeah. Game time decision, yeah.
Okay, who you went?
I went the Bears.
All right. And who you said, Ethan?
The
Bears.
All right. Chiefs at Raiders. I think we all know what we got there, right? Across the board.
Chiefs, Raiders. Oh, yeah.
Come on. Carolina at Denver. I think we pretty much know who we got here as well. Yeah, give me Denver. Okay, all right. Yep.
Give
K,
me
you agree?
Carolina.
Yes.
Nah, I'm playing.
Give me Denver. Give me the senior citizen.
And then Cowboys at 49ers. As much as I want to pick against,
Now give me the boys.
yeah, it's
No, give me the
Give
49ers.
me,
give me the Niners. Give me the Niners.
Okay.
I think
even with all the
Dallas is.
injuries.
Yeah, I
Give me the
know.
Cowboys.
Yeah,
Uh,
Yeah.
somehow
All right.
Dallas gonna mess it up.
Who you gonna throw to? You gonna pick some guys up off the street?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, for
give
sure.
me Dallas.
They get them.
Give me
They get them
Dallas.
big. Oh,
You
never
gotta
mind.
throw
Never
to
mind.
the defense. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Kyle,
relax yourself.
Caleb, who are you
Yeah.
picking up?
See,
Good catch. Good catch.
Caleb, who are you choosing?
I was gonna say
Dallas.
something
Give me
crazy
Dallas.
about San Francisco, but caught
Huh.
myself.
yeah, give me Cowboys can't stop the run, but
I got you
They
down
can't
for
run.
the
They can't run
Cowboys.
neither.
mm,
Exactly.
Cowboys
So give me them
forever.
Cowboys. Give me them
Oh, you
Cowboys.
want them boys?
Give me America's team.
You want them boys, huh?
Give me
damn.
You better pick me, boy.
give me a
Yeah,
Coors Light.
I'm gonna stick
Uh,
with the
uh,
Cowboys. I'm gonna stick with
give
the
me a
Cowboys.
Coors Light, a Ford F-150, and them boys.
In an angry orchard. All right. And then last game, Giants at the Steelers. I'm going Steelers in Rush We Trust.
Giants.
Give me the
Giants.
Steelers.
Who's the home team?
Steelers.
Give me the Steelers. Give me the Steelers. Why is that
Steelers at
even a
home.
question? Give me the
Yeah,
Steelers.
let me get the Steelers.
Come on.
Ethan.
You already know. It's the Steelers. That's a clean sweep.
Steelers, man.
All right. Hey, and this week there are no teams on a bye week. So week 8 there are no teams on a bye. So every team is playing. So that's our quick picks. Hey, my top stories. Running through them real quick, and then Uncle, we're gonna go to your corner and wrap it up. So Amari Cooper to the Bills. Love it, hate it. How do you feel like it'll affect the Bills going forward?
Me, I said last week I like the pick. That you got a number one receiver. It's also we talked about it a little bit earlier on this episode of how it will help and benefit the rookie quarterback. I mean the rookie wide receiver. So I like it, man. A route runner. He's gonna get you first downs. Uh, you know, he's a really good number one, man.
Yeah. Ethan K, you got anything?
Not really. I think the
All right.
receiving court just got better. So
Cool.
yep.
Again, we kind of touched on it again. We just keep it quick. Devontae to the Jets and how it affects the offense going forward. Go ahead, Kay.
That's another
All right,
one.
Kay,
Like we
yep.
talked.
Same
Yeah, that's another one to talk
situation.
about. Yeah, that's another one to talk about. Like I like. Um, I know you don't want to hear nothing about the formations, but
Bro, I told you.
I think he brings. I think he brings. I think he brings a lot to that team, and it's going to open up. We saw it. We saw it last week. It's going to open up. I said verbatim. Watch how Garrett takes off um, because now you could slide to the two, and you got all the attention. You don't have all the attention anymore. And he balled out. He still could have had probably 50 more yards and another touchdown. If he catches one ball and the other one gets intercepted. So I really like it.
Cool. Hey, 49ers injuries. If they lose next week, do we start selling and looking towards next season? These contracts coming up. What would you do if they
Yep.
lose next week?
I don't think it's when's the trade deadline.
I think it's week 8. Is it next week? It might be next week.
Yeah. So the thing about it is you're not gonna be able to really move guys that are injured. So I think Debo is probably the biggest. They're not trading Christian McCaffrey. So it'll probably be Debo they would have to move. I don't think so. I think you run it back this year. You brought everybody back. Everybody's paid before you have to pay Purdy. So you run it back this year, and then at the end of the season, if it doesn't work, then you gonna have to start making some decisions.
Cool. We talked about Deshaun and like your thoughts about him as far as the injury goes. But the last thing I want to touch on was again, Tua coming back. He decided not to wear the Guardian cap. So any thoughts on that? I mean, not that it's gonna sway how he plays or his health going forward, but he chose not to do it. I don't think it hurts. But what were your thoughts on him saying that at the podium?
They're
All
gonna
right,
crack
so
him
for
like an
me,
egg.
see, see, this really bothers me because, granted, this is my team, and am I gonna be watching side eye like super cringy? Yes, but at the end of the day, man, this America, man, that's a grown ass man. He sat down with the doctors, with his family. He made a decision that's best for him, and I think that anybody that says that what he shouldn't be doing or what you shouldn't be doing, I think is completely ridiculous. That's a grown man. You make the decision that's best for you. If you are, if you're shaking when you're 60 years old and you're getting pushed around, those are decisions that you made when you had all the information. This was different from back in the day, when guys were, running and running into each other without helmets and doing all this stuff, and they didn't have the information that, like, yo, if you continue to do this, this is a possible outcome,
Yeah.
right? He knows he has all the information. All right. It's just like,
Mhm.
you're just like smokers. I can't feel bad for you if you smoke for 30 years and you get cancer. I can't feel bad for you because you made the decision to smoke. So now that the consequence of those actions is now hitting you, I can't feel bad. Same thing. If in 20 years from now, or if he got seriously hurt on the field, I can't feel bad. But I also understand that I can't tell you what to do. You're a
Right.
grown man.
Yep.
I can't make those decisions for you. Okay. And then the whole thing about the guardian cap, what is a guardian cap going to do?
Yeah. I mean,
Like
fuck.
whether he weared it or not, it's extra padding, but he already shown a propensity to get hit very not even hard and be concussed. So what's the guardian cap gonna do? That who's that appeasing? That's what appeasing some people fans and say, oh well, at least he's wearing the guardian.
Yeah.
Like, come on,
Yeah.
like that don't mean nothing to me. There's a lot of technology that goes into these helmets. There are certain guys that have a propensity. And I was listening to the talk show today, and they were talking about Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman had, and here's the thing that we don't know and we don't talk about more, and this is really quick, is that a lot of times we know now what concussions are and what it could do. You know how many guys who get knocked senseless before they
Oh,
even
of
had
course.
scans to scan your brain
Of
to
course.
see that you had a concussion? So how many of those guys had 12 and 20 concussions? You talk about Troy Aikman, who retired because of his concussion history, right? And you see what he's going on to be, and a great, probably one of the best football announcers
Yeah.
out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't say I'm gonna make the decision for him. He's a grown man. You know the consequences, and you go forward, move forward like that.
Hey, and there you have it. Okay,
Listen,
Ethan, y'all have anything? Go ahead, okay.
all I know is, no one wants to see anyone die on the field. With Tua, it's a higher possibility than the average player. That's what I'll say. Like, it's insane. Like, you're a grown man. At the end of the day, you're gonna make the decision you're gonna make. Cool, right? But at this point in your career, you have to evaluate, or at least what I'd ask myself is, what else is there to gain? Like, obviously, yes, a Super Bowl, a gold jacket, cool, but is that worth your life? And that's just the question I ask myself when I look at his
Well, it's not
situation.
just
Obviously,
about that, Kate. It's just
obviously,
that he wants to play. It might not even be. There's a lot of guys who you see these videos of these 37U guys, right? These
yeah,
guys are
like
not getting paid at all running into each other. It's
listen,
just for the
you're
love of the
retard,
sport,
bro,
right? So he's at the highest
Okay,
level.
we can't
He
use
could
that
just be
word, bro.
doing
bro,
this.
Okay.
Like
bro.
he could be doing this just out of love,
Listen, you're an
you
idiot.
know.
Okay, you're an
And
idiot,
and I
and
respect that, but that's your opinion. Do you want somebody telling you what you should and shouldn't do in your life?
no, and again, that's what I'm saying. I'm a this outside perspective, just me on the outside looking in, but just based off what I'm seeing, like, at what point do you say I gave it everything I had? Because it's not like the man's not out there trying. Like, we can see he's putting his best foot forward, but it ain't working. At what point do you say I got to pivot? That's all I'm saying. That's it.
Fair enough. Hey, fair enough. Well, we're gonna see, man. Hopefully he stays healthy, but Like you said, I'm watching every time he get pressure, every time he step up and touch. I'm just going. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't even watch the last one. I just fast forward. I didn't watch the replay. Like, I don't want to see that.
Yeah,
Him throwing up the gang signs. But hey, this is the life he chose. So
yeah.
now you got to live with the consequences of it.
Hey, that is true. And with that being said, go ahead, man. It's your time, your corner. You can wrap us up. I think you said it was basketball inspired, right? You said so.
Yes,
All
this is
right, go
basketball
ahead. Let's
inspired.
see.
Let me put on my Unk shades. And these are called, by the way, I'm from Florida. So anybody from Florida know these are called hater blockers. You block the haters up off of you. Um, but all right, guys. Hey man, welcome to my corner, man. You. Hey, yeah, you. Come chill, holla at your Unk real quick. Let's chop it up a little bit. Hey man, we all know today was the first day basketball. We saw the
I'm
Celtics.
so glad.
We saw the Celtics get their rings. Shouts out and respect. You know, I'm a Heat fan, but you know, you gotta respect the champs. They did it. What Tatum say? What are you gonna say now?
We did it.
You know, respect to those guys, man. New season start. You know, everybody's optimistic. But the last week, man, I got something I've been seeing, and I don't see really nobody really talk about it. And it really like bothers me, man. These guys making the type of money that they're making. And listen, I ain't counting nobody pockets, right? But at the same time, you know, as somebody who loved the game of basketball, you know, to me, you can't compare the old guys to the new guys, right? And if you guys don't know who I'm talking about, is that dogged, ragged, Joel Embiid. Okay, hey man, Joel Embiid, are you nuts? I don't know if you guys seen this, but Joel Embiid came out this week and said, for the rest of my career, I'm not going to play back to backs. Okay? How are you going to predetermine how many games you play? So let's figure this out here now. There's 82 games in a regular season in the NBA. There's about 15 games matchups that you play back to back. So that's 15 games you won't play the second game. Okay? So then that drops your total down to 67. Come to find out, today, he's not going to play in the season opener tomorrow. He's not going to play Wednesday, Friday night, and he's not going to play Sunday night. Okay, your season already 67 games. Now you already cut 3. So if you play every single game in the regular season, you're at 64 games. And they say Stephen A has the goddamn unmitigated. Gone. What did he say? Oh, he has nothing else to prove in the regular season. This is for the postseason. You sitting out all them games, does that guarantee you that you're going to be healthy in the postseason, you idiot? Show me the proof. We're sitting out back to backs or load managing.
Kawhi Leonard.
Turns out that it's beneficial for you. Show me. Show it to me. This guy just signed a contract, okay? This guy's going to be making $60 million a year. And you have already predetermined the games that you play and the games you not going to play. But you want me to put you up against the yesteryear guys. Oh, put me up there, with the greats. Let me tell you something, guys. You think if Joel Embiid thinks that he can play 64 or less games, go to the playoffs and win a championship, and I'm going to talk to you like I talk about Hakeem Olajuwon and Shaquille O'Neal and the bigs of yesteryear, you got to be nuts. I don't care even if you win a championship. The season's 82 games, son. Okay? Because here's the thing that no one's talking about. Okay? We're not just talking about playing games and you being healthy. It's about continuity with your other teammates. It's about seeding. Okay? So you're saying, oh, I'm going to sit out all these games and I'm only going to play 64 games and you know he's going to get injured. He's going to skip more games. So he's not playing 64. So you're talking about 60 or below. And you think you're going to get one of those top 2, top 3 seeds to where you can play at home? So now you're saying I'm cool with getting into the 7, 8 seed, maybe being in the play-in and having to go on the road because I'm gonna load manage. And then the coach. No, let me talk about the coach now. This goddamn Nick Nurse. Hey, Nick Nurse, man. No, seriously. You need to be drug tested. Okay? This dude is gonna sit up here today and have a conference and say, oh, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna, ease him back into the fold. Listen, it's been off season. Number one, you shouldn't have played in the Olympics. Okay, you decided that you was going to play in the Olympics. It's been 2 months since the Olympics, Joel Embiid, and you still ain't ready. Your season opener is on Wednesday. You not ready? He talking about, oh, he has to get into game shape, and he's been losing weight. It's been 2 months, Joel. What have you been doing, son? This is your job, man. You get paid to play basketball. He's not practicing. Oh, he's not doing any contact right now. You're in the off season, Joel. And you're going to come out and you want to be put in perspective and put in the name in the same era as the greats. And what have you done? You got one, and I don't want to disrespect the MVP, right?
Crybaby
But
MVP.
when we talk about the greats, they have a litany. Okay, a plethora of accolades, MVPs, NBA All Teams, all NBAs, all NBA defensive teams, Defensive Player of the Years, multiple championships, Finals MVP. You don't got none of that, and you already decided. I'm only gonna play 67 games a year, players.
Also, he had a problem with the minimums game rule too, so there's that.
And I wonder why. Because you want to get rewarded for playing half the goddamn season.
Not even, but
Okay? You want to play 50 games and say, oh, I should still be in the running for MVP because, look, I averaged 30 a game. You averaged 30 a game in 50 games. What about them dudes who's playing that extra 40 games? Okay? Whew. Okay, Joel Embiid, when I saw that, my blood pressure went up about 30 points. I said, ain't nobody going to talk about this? And then Stephen A. going to get on this damn show and talking about, oh, I understand. Understand what? So as a Philadelphia 76ers fan, okay, and I pay my damn money, and I may, you know what? I may not even my kid favorite player might be Joel Embiid, and I might not have money to go to 5 and 6 and 10 games. I might only have the money to go to one game, okay. And I scrunch up this money to take my son to go see your raggedy ass, and oh, I'm load managing. You know why Michael Jordan was the greatest? Because of the work he put in. And guess what? He played all 82. If you paid your money to come see Michael Jordan, goddamn it, if he wasn't injured, he was playing. Okay? We're not talking about injury. We're not talking about him being hurt. We're talking about this dude pre-deciding, this is how many games I'm going to play. And I don't give a damn if y'all like it or not. Who is the goddamn owner of this team? That you can decide, that you could just say, oh, I'm going to play when I want to play. Hey, man, this another breed. This another generation of player, man. This don't make no sense. Have some pride within yourself, okay? What about the love of the game, man? Where's the love for the game, man? The love of the game where, yo, you know what? I'm not injured, but I'm hurt. But guess what? I love the game too much. I'm going to play. Okay? Where's the love of the game? Where's the pride? The goddamn when Kobe Bryant popped his Achilles and say, I'm not getting dragged off this floor, I'm walking. Where's the love of the game, man? Where's the heart at? Oh, my knee hurt. I have the load managed. It's ridiculous. All right, man. That's my unc's corner, man. Like I said, that dude made my blood pressure jump about 30 points. But I'm starting to calm down. You guys in the comment section, let me know. Am I tripping? You know, do you guys think it's cool for a guy to predetermine, not the team, not the doctor saying, hey, man, you know what we think you should do? No, this is Joel Embiid saying, you know what? Them back-to-backs, nah, I ain't doing none of that. Let me know if I'm crazy. And that's it, man. What y'all think?
I think that's one of your best corners, truly. I think to fix this, we just do this. We just prorate your contract based on how many games you play.
Oh. See, no, I ain't gonna like that. You ain't gonna like that.
I'm just saying.
I'm paying you for 82.
Mm-hmm. And you telling
and
me.
you only gonna play 67.
So when your contract come up, we're gonna pay you about 50, 55, 60% of your market value because that's what you already said you're gonna play. That's all you gotta do. That's it. Because ain't no way these guys getting 300 million. Because now these guys getting 300 million. It's crazy. The league, the players have. I'm not gonna say what I want to say because I ain't gonna catch flight, but they're making too much money to love the game. That's just what it is. And you can't be no love for the game when you make 300 million.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I can't get down with that.
Bare minimum. Like what I got to get better for. I could be just like this. I'm solidified. My name. I'm a household name, and I'm gonna get 60 regardless because somebody gonna give it to me. Ain't no love for it, bro. It's crazy. So, Kay or Ethan, you guys got anything? Because that's good for y'all. I mean, shoot.
Right, because regardless, all I have to say is the process has been over. Okay, when you look at the failure that is the 76ers organization, when you look at the failure that is Joel Embiid and the crybaby that he is, okay, when you look at the crybaby MVP that he has, when Jokic really should have won it, it just really shows you that this isn't anything new, right? Joel Embiid is a supreme talent, right? Is he going to score on anyone and one-on-one getting double teamed? Sure. Is he going to give you 12 rebounds a night? Of course. Is he going to give you 2 rebounds? Not 2 rebounds. I'm sorry. Is he going to give you 2 blocks a night? Of course. But how often is that going to be? And when you look at the playoffs and you look at his track record, especially against my Celtics, of course, we have their number. There's no denying that. So I just, and this isn't even just about Joel Embiid. This is about guys like Kawhi Leonard.
It's about it's about the NBA in general. They got to get a handle.
Retire.
Adam Silver got to get a handle on this, man.
I just think, I don't know. Obviously, you know your body better than anyone else, right? But if you have the ability to play. There shouldn't be, I'm a little nicked here. It's a little, I feel a little, I have a little contusion in my shoulder. There's none of that.
These dudes these dudes are like, I'm sore today. I'm just going. What you mean you sore?
You're
man?
an athlete. You're constantly sore.
Of course you're gonna be sore, man.
Go get in the ice tub, man.
Go get in the ice tub and go get a massage. Don't get the Deshaun Watson massage. Well, go get yourself a regular massage.
Matter of fact, y'all got all this new technology now. Go get in the cryo chamber. Go get in the hyperbolic time chamber with
there's
the mask.
all type of ways to get through that, man. Like there's a difference, and what I'm saying, there's a difference between being injured and being hurt, man. Right?
Yeah.
You got a little bruise here. Okay, I'm hurt. Okay, when you injured, you can't play. Okay, you need doctors and stuff to to give you approval to play. That's different. Okay, but a lot of guys, man, don't even play through being hurt, man. Like, I'm sore. Yeah, I'm gonna take this one off. Like, come on, man. What if your owner say, yeah, I'm gonna take this week off of your salary because you know what I'm saying, you didn't play.
I don't feel like paying you.
Like, come on, man. It's ridiculous.
It's shameful.
Ethan, how you feel, man? How you feel about Joel Embiid?
It said it all.
The only word I have for him is he's a fraud. You can move on to the next thing.
Well, there
That's
is no
it.
next thing. That's it.
There is
But
no next thing.
Well,
that's
so we
wild.
can call it quits. He's you. I don't know.
Listen, he
38
didn't
And
even
Al
get the
again,
Horford,
MVP last year.
did,
38
did,
Joe
year
did,
Rich
old
needed
Al
that, but
Horford like plays you to the T. Has your number every single time y'all play. You're a
every single
fraud.
time.
When you want to go play Jokic in Denver, you never go play because you know he's
yeah,
better than you.
You scared
All
him.
that
yeah.
stuff like
You're
that.
running.
You're a
You're
big
running.
baby who's making a
Yeah,
bunch of money.
he ducking all the smoke.
You're a big baby
But
that
and
makes a bunch
and
of
that's
money
another
that can't
thing.
make it out the second round. You're not good. You're not well, let me say you're not good.
You're not good in the
You're
playoffs.
not good in the playoffs. Every
And
playoffs come
another thing,
around,
guys,
you're always hurt. Oh, it's my meniscus. Oh, it's my knee. Oh, it's
You were
this. Oh,
seizing up
it's that.
last year. Remember, he
Hey,
had
look, you can't blame that.
he had
Yo,
the listen. He had the
okay.
palsy in his face last year. Remember that? Okay.
Yo, hey,
Listen.
Palsy is
That ain't
wild.
listen. He had the palsy in his face or something. He was seizing up in his face. He was seizing up on his left on his left
Bro,
side.
you can't make
Okay.
fun of that. That's
You
something that he can't
listen.
control.
Listen. Ooh. Like, what is that supposed to do for me? Go. You better
Dang,
go get
K, that
some.
boy over there
Go
shaking
get
up his
some
face.
therapy. Go get some therapy or something. You over there?
Oh
What's
Lord,
wrong with you?
oh
yeah.
Lord. Okay,
Listen,
Caleb.
Come on, man.
Okay, that
yeah.
community gonna come for you.
Well, having half
Hey,
of
listen,
his face, he still dropped
What are
his
they gonna
best
do?
numbers in
Roll
the
after
playoffs
me?
he's ever had. So
but my thing is, guys, though, man, it's like if you had this whole plan in the off season, to get your body ready, to play a whole season, or even 67 games, like you shouldn't have played in the Olympics. This guy decided to play the
Abysmal.
Olympics. So you play horrible in the Olympics. Then people say, "Oh, you're hurt." Then you shouldn't be out there playing, right? The
go
Olympics
home.
is not, your team. You don't get paid for the Olympics, right? You have to have the courtesy for the team that pays your salary to say, "Listen, you can't be selfish." People say, "Oh, well, he wanted to play in the Olympics." I don't give a goddamn what you want.
He should have
You
went to
got
go
to
play
be
for Cameroon.
you
They would have been
you
sent home
you,
in the
you
first
have
round.
you have to be considerate of your other teammates and guys who, Paul George is coming
He's a
to
fraud too.
That's another
and
thing.
he's an
He's
injury
not
history,
even
but
playing.
but I'm saying he came there to play with him, Joel Embiid, and now Joel say, oh,
He don't do much
maximum.
playing though.
PJ,
So
PG is out too. It don't make a
that's what I'm
difference. Y'all
saying. He don't
starting
do
off.
no.
No,
He
but
don't
I,
do. He
that,
don't
that's
do
but
much
that's not the
playing.
point. No, that's not the point. The point is that he came there to play with this guy, and this guy decided, I'm only gonna play
But they're
67, and
both
then
injury
I'm
prone.
gonna
I
miss.
understand what you're saying,
But
but
that's not the point. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's not the point. Yes, he's always injured too, but he trying to win something,
Well,
and
He
I
chose the
come
wrong
here to play
team.
to you.
I,
Like I came to play
that's
with
like
you.
that's like me going to the Cleveland Browns saying I'm going to go win.
no, Ethan, no. But I'm saying,
No,
I
no,
get, no, I know you're saying like obviously he's like, oh, I'm gonna play with another great
No,
player.
I get what
We're
Unk's
gonna
saying
win.
too. I'm
No,
just saying
Ethan, but
that
I'm
I'm
saying
equivalating those two teams.
To Unk's bigger point, even PG in a sense, when he's on his podcast saying, "Well, the Clippers disrespected me because they didn't give me the extra year," why would they? Like, you don't play half the season. Like, and that's why bro, I don't like
Like,
the
what is
NBA
going
is
on
getting
with
out of
y'all this
hand
episode?
because how can you come to the table and demand max money, max years, and you play 60%, 55% of the games every season? Like,
Well,
no, every season.
last
It's
year
not
he
a
Not an
played his
maximum.
outlier.
highest.
He's not a
But
maximum.
again, that's an anomaly because
yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah,
nasty
yeah.
because
work.
when you come to the table, I'm not just taking
He
last
gonna
year.
demand.
I'm taking yo.
He demanded it
That's
too.
what I'm saying. So who are you? Bomber said, boy. That's what Bomber said, boy.
But
Get out
but
of here, bro.
but that's
Like,
what
come
I'm
on,
saying.
bro.
Like
Come on,
he's
bro.
request. I hear what Unk's saying, but my thing to that is like number one,
They're not going to be sharing
you're
much
coming
time on
to
the floor
another
together.
superstar
It's just,
who's always
I
hurt.
don't.
Okay. Number two, you're coming to a franchise like Caleb
But
said
when
that
you
is a
look,
fraudulent franchise.
no,
And then
but he not looking at it like you're
I
looking at it
know
from a
that.
fan's
He's
perspective.
just looking at
He's
it as
he's
from a
looking at it
basketball situation,
from a
from a
player's
player,
perspective.
right?
Okay, so tell me what other great player is available for him to go to in that in last year's offseason?
No,
There's no other.
I'm not
You know what I'm
disagreeing.
saying? When they signed
He wouldn't
Philadelphia,
have worked with
when
the
he
Heat, and
signed,
you know it. Stop it.
but I'm saying
I,
when he signed with
I'm
Philadelphia,
talking to Kyle. You
literally
know
only
that
had
wouldn't have
two.
worked.
Hold on, man.
he only
What
had
I'm
two
saying is
destination spots
when
to get the
when
max
he
money that
signed
he
to
wanted.
Philadelphia, they only had two players on the roster. So like Where other place would he
No, no,
was
no.
he asked?
Listen, listen. It's a business where wherever I think Philadelphia was the number one place that was willing to pay
Yeah,
him that money.
they were willing to pay him.
Obviously, he's gonna get it. I mean, they're paying him 40, $50 million up until the man's almost 40 years old.
That's what I'm
Oh my
saying.
goodness.
Are you insane? You seen what he was when he was in his late 20s and into his 30s. Come on, use your head. This is why they will chronically be just a poverty franchise, a downtrodden franchise. You like, yeah, you can make the playoffs and make it to the second and third round, but you've never made it to the third round. But we're not gonna talk about that. You can make it to the second round all you want and be satisfied with mediocrity. But
That's
at the
like me
end of the
paying
day,
Chris Paul at
like
his old
it's
age
just
all that
bad.
money, knowing good and well that you're injury prone and that you're not gonna do anything for me
All
when
I'm
it
gonna
comes time
say
to show
And
up.
is
you get
Adam
hurt at the worst
Silver.
time.
Listen, hey, to wrap it up, all I'm gonna say
But
is Adam
yeah.
Silver
This was
is
about the
Availability of players.
the
Well,
load management
yes.
and,
and about, like you said, Adam Silver has to do.
and I don't know how they're gonna do that because the players
But how
love
do you
their
curb that? Right.
freedom, they love
You
their
can't.
not availability, their power and all this. So I don't know how you curb that from a
They said bring
NBA
David Stern
You
back.
perspective.
you
Lord
you
I
have
But
know
you
how
mercy.
you
cross the
curb it. You
line,
said it, Kyle. You said how to curb it. Hey man, you're gonna get paid for the games
bro.
that you play.
But if you dock the pay,
Unless
then
you're injured. If you're injured, that's different. You get paid for being injured. If you're not injured and you just decide that I'm sore and I'm not gonna play, you will not get paid. And
but
I
then
can guarantee you,
guys
you'll see all these guys play 82 games.
or guys are just gonna use the old hamstring excuse. Like it's not. How do you like? There's no way to
Yeah.
really curb that because then it's one thing or it's another. It's not. It's not. I don't think that's going to be 1-to-1. I think that's just going to hurt the league
because
in the
right now
long run.
it's a mindset thing, dude. Like
Me personally,
But
some of these.
my thing, K, but my thing with that, K, is how many times you're gonna use the hamstring. You're gonna use the
Yeah,
hamstring
because
six
eventually
times a
you'll
season.
know. Eventually you'll know.
You're gonna use the same injuries. The only thing they can't check is back spasms and hamstrings. So how many times are you gonna use back
Because you're
spasms
gonna
and
be like,
hamstrings?
oh, we don't see nothing. Well, no, I just don't feel right. So,
Okay, you don't feel
but
right, you don't get paid. Period. Okay, cool.
but
They'll get right. They'll get right real quick. You
some
got to hit these guys where it hurt. Cause you're trying to tell me I'm paying you $60 million for 82 games, and you're gonna play 60 games and still get paid for 82 games.
that's the thing, man.
And
That's
then
the
you're
thing.
not
Like, come
available
on,
for the
man.
and then you're
We're
not available for the playoffs.
before anything like that happens, we're gonna have a strike because you know the PA would
that's what I'm
never
saying.
sign off
It's
on
going to
that.
be a lockout,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
But
I know it's probably never gonna
yeah,
work. That'll probably never
but me
happen.
personally, I
But I'm
think
just saying,
there's more fans like us
like,
thinking like the more like this is kind of getting out of hand. Like the contracts consistently go up, the games played
Well, because they're
consistently goes
privileged
down,
to have all
and the
this money and y'all
quality,
just do
but
whatever
that's
you
what I'm
want.
saying. Yeah, like again, I don't want to
Well,
count
they got to
nobody's
spend
that's what
it.
I'm
pockets.
saying.
But
That's
just
that's
like
what I'm
we
saying.
have
What
to
they got to
perform
understand is you
on
can't.
our jobs, they got to do the same thing. It's the
Yeah,
same thing.
you can't expect to get all this power and all this influence and all this money, and not use it to do anything positive with it. Like, yo, I'm just gonna just get the money and get paid for all this time and then not play. Like, that's just crazy to me, man. And here's the thing, like, I don't put Joel Embiid and uh
Kawhi,
what's to
Jokic.
do Kawhi in the same boat. Like,
not
all
Kawhi's
the all
worse.
the all the people say it's like, no, it's not, because all the people say that Kawhi really want to play, but he really hurt.
No,
And it's
his
just
no, he
chronic.
yeah, just
His shit is chronic. Like, he wants to be out
No,
there. His
I'm
shit is chronic. It's just, it blows up. You play one game, his knee blow up. They have to drain it and all this.
They
And
keep
that's different from
paying him.
Joel, who's
They keep
saying,
like
paying him.
this.
I want to play less games so I can be healthy in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
is
There's
this?
no, listen, what happens if you miss all those games,
Well,
right? And then a week before the season, you hurt yourself. Then what happens?
I've
but
been
that's
saying
just
for
The,
we
a,
years,
don't.
a, a week before the
But
playoffs start,
Kawhi need to
and you
hang it
hurt your,
up.
or you take all this time, and then the first game of the playoffs you hurt yourself. Then what the hell did
but
that just do?
truth
But
be
but
told, we
guess
don't
what? You
really know
get
how
paid
Kawhi
full
feels
salary
though.
though.
Kawhi need to
We
hang it
don't
up.
really know how that. We don't really know how Kawhi feels because he doesn't have a social media presence like that. Joel has his own. Like you don't never hear a direct quote from Kawhi like that. It's always through his uncle
It's
Dennis
always
or
through
somebody else.
sources.
It's always through some source. So you're hearing this from the horse's mouth. So for you to, I mean, I understand it. But I put those guys in the same boat because of course, it's easy to say you don't want to play or you want to play, but it's not really you saying it, is it? Like,
And not
of
even
course,
that. As
whoever's
far as
speaking for you is going to make you, are going to paint you in a positive light. I think these guys are in the same boat. Now, obviously, it's not his fault if they're going to keep throwing contracts at him. He's going to keep getting paid. Do
which is
I
No,
crazy.
understand
but
it?
what
No,
I'm saying is
but
even the
I
team was
guess,
saying
I
from the
guess.
from the physicians is like, yo, this guy's just his knees are just chronically
If they
not
want to say
good.
that, that's fine. But you're wasting that. You see Steve Ballmer just
They're
build
gonna.
that
He's
nice
not gonna
stadium
turn down.
or
He's not
arena.
gonna turn down money.
Bro,
He's not gonna turn down free
you're
money.
wasting money, and and I'm
He's
not
not
saying that
gonna
the
turn it
Clippers will
Yeah,
down.
they
ever
should have
be.
never
They shouldn't have offered him
extended
that.
him.
That's what
They
I'm
should have
I
never
saying.
won't say
extended
that the
him.
Clippers won't
He
be
he picked that
successful.
he picked up that extension
Listen,
with the
if
quickness
if
because
I'm
he
if I'm
understands his injury
I won't
history.
say that
if
the
I'm
Clippers won't be
Bomber,
successful, but you're literally
they're
like
not
Steve
going to
Ballmer.
be.
They said
The
that he's one of
Clippers are
the.
not going to be
Are they a
successful. I
play? Are
mean,
they a
Successful.
playoff team?
not
Like, what are we
No,
I'm
talking
not
about?
can
saying.
you please
They're
listen
I
not
to
even
what
a
mean,
I'm
play-in
saying? I'm
team.
trying to finish. What I'm saying is, I mean, in the future, right now, they said Steve Ballmer is like probably one of the nicest owners that you have. You're literally taking advantage of this man because he really wants to win, and he keeps paying you
But
and
he has
Paul
to see
George
it's
that
not
was
going to
on this
be with
team. Well,
Kawhi. It's not going to
obviously,
be with
but it's
them.
too late now.
It's
You gotta let
not.
the contract go. So,
That's
however
what I'm
you
saying.
gotta
Which you
pay, and
blow
then
that
you
up,
try to
you
go
move off
build up
of
the
him, and
future.
you pursue whoever you can, or to build through the draft. But
Right.
then
Ain't no moving
you
off
can't
of
even
him,
do
bro.
that, and you can't really even do that because they don't have good draft picks. So I don't know
And
what you
who's
do.
Nobody,
trading for Kawhi? Right? Ain't no moving up off him,
nobody.
bro. So
yeah,
Listen, you could find
yeah,
some stupid flip
no,
from the.
you
Listen,
stuck with that franchise
listen.
because this is the first year of the extension. Okay, so he has 3 more years
Oh
guaranteed.
yeah, that's true. That's true. But
So
you
it's not like
always
he has 1 more year left, and the people are like, all right, I'll get the expiring contract. No, you have 3 more years with this dude.
listen. There's always some stupid team out there that'll take him. I guarantee you.
I don't know, but
There's always a
hey,
couple. There's always a
we're
couple.
gonna have a whole episode we can dedicate to this conversation. We're gonna wrap it up there. Again, we put our picks in for next week. We had a lot of sweeps. There's a lot of on paper bad matchups, but again, it's the NFL, so we're gonna see how it plays out. But yeah, so we're gonna film an episode, our first NBA episode with the season starting. We're gonna get that out to y'all, so stay tuned. Turn your notifications on, so when we do drop that video, y'all be the first to see it. Y'all got anything else y'all want to say before we close it out for tonight?
Nah, that's it, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. It don't cost you nothing, baby.
Hey, and like Unc said, keep that throat strong. Peace.
Peace.